Okay, testing. Okay, I think everything's working out. Great, 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 great. So, you guys ready to start a new adventure?
Too bad. You're gonna have to be ready.
Okay. Well, hopefully this isn't too loud. I'm gonna hit the button that's gonna make the sound happen, and you're just gonna kind of have to deal with it. So here we go. Doodaloo, doodaloo, do. Ba, bola, bola, ba, bo, ba, bola, ba, bola, ba, ba, wa, 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 ba, 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 bola, ba, ba. Okay, I turned it up a little bit. I had to start cautiously, just in case. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Crimzon Rulez. I'm Elysium's greatest monster hunter. I am the Midwest fantasy VTuber and your least favorite idol. And today I'm going to be playing a little bit of Pokemon FireRed. We are going to succeed at our first ever Nuzlocke together. It's going to be awesome. I've already named myself. I've already named my rival. I just need to decide who is going to be my starter. Now, I think it's well known that I have a Bulbasaur bias, an extreme Bulbasaur bias, because as it is well known, my favorite Pokemon type is... That's right, bugs. But my second favorite type is... That's right, probably poison. But my third favorite Pokemon type is... grass. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah, you caught me. You caught me. It fluctuates between grass and poison between the second and third slots, but I have picked the grass starter for every single generation except for Generation 2, when I usually go Cyndaquil, though I'm coming around to Chikorita lately, and the newest generation where I originally went Fuecoco, but I've completely done a 180 on that, and I'm a Sprigatito lover. I can't help it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to be doing Pokemon FireRed, and we've got to decide what my starter's going to be. As always, this will be... Holy moly, thank you for 29 months of being a bruiser! And welcome back to being a Gengar, once again. Thank you! The council sends their regards. Tapioca Breath, thank you for 14 months of being an Axhole. Where'd my Mudkip people at? Mudkip is... Okay, so here's the thing. I did not originally like Mudkip very much. Mudkip has grown on me a lot because I like swamps so much. But as a kid, I'm sorry, dude, it's Trico every fucking time. Like, why would you ever pick Mudkip over Trico? It becomes a fucking, like, pine tree-tailed velociraptor. It doesn't get much cooler than that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a Trico truther. Trico is probably my favorite starter, though that is tough because I do really love Bulbasaur. And I like Turtwig a lot, too. Ninja Happy, thank you for 60 months of being a Ruze. Thank you so much. 2 years is crazy. Isn't 2 years kind of fucking crazy, Dad? What, 2 years of being exceptional? Are you kidding me, dude? That's crazy. Thank you and welcome back. Welcome back. Wow. Wow. I will say that the newest gen, Wind and Waves, Gen 10, it's kind of starting to look like I'm going with Gekko. I just don't like Brout very much. That final evolution better be incredible to turn it around for me, because I'm not going to lie, looking at the starters, I don't like Brout. I think it's just a worse Rowlet. I'm sorry. Small Tater, thank you for 12 months. Thank you for an entire year of being a Ruzader. Welcome back. Can I become a No, you may not become a Pokemon Master. You have to be at least 10 years old. FireRed was my first Pokemon game. I had to pick Charmander. Charmander isn't a dragon type, but it's a dragon in my eyes. Deep down, at its core, it is a dragon. Just believe in your heart. Believe in the heart of the cards. I'm sorry, but Gekko is just really cool, and Gekko has like really pretty eyes, and it's one of the few times I feel like they've like had the balls to make a starter a little off-putting, and I like that a lot. I hope it becomes something kind of like a blend between like a Gekko and maybe something kind of like a Puke from Monster Hunter would be really cool. I would also be super down if it wanted to become more like Saurian, like Dinosaur-y would be really fucking cool. I get the feeling they're going to make it incredibly yassified because of its beautiful eyelashes and pink eyes, though. And I will say I'm a little tired of them always, like, relegating the water type to being the fucking slay type. Because, listen, let grass slay. Let fire slay. Juice, thank you for 13 months. Bulbasaur gang, rise up. So true, bestie. Also, Aurora, thank you for the delicious soup. What was somebody else's first starter? What was your first starter you ever picked? Mine was technically Charmander when I played my older sister's copy of Pokemon Red on the original Game Boy. But my first Pokemon game I owned, it was Trico. I never played Gold and Silver till I grew up. I missed that entirely. That gen just slipped right past me. Charmander, Piplup, Pikachu, Mudkip. Can we get a bug tasting tier list? Way past you, Katawata. Also, thank you for an entire month. Hazardous Mix, thank you for 32. Is it 32 months? Holy shit! I've got to get in my. I'm crawling into my grave right now. I've had enough. I'm crawling into my grave right now. Tepig was your first? I picked Snivy in that gen, but I never beat that game. I really should. Been here a whole year and a half. Whoopee! Amaya, thank you for a year and a half. Welcome back. Glad I can catch this live for at least a bit. I'll be VOD ganging this later at work. Good luck with this Nuzlocke. Bulbasaur's my first. Let's go! Cyndaquil, Charmander, Chikorita. Chikorita is your first starter. Wow. I can respect it. Double Chikoritas. I'm seeing more than one Chikorita picks. That's crazy. Listen, I desperately want to play through Gen 5, but there's no way to screen cap it right now, so I can't. Even if I hate them initially, I always warm up to all the starters eventually. First was Squirtle, though, but it's tied with Bulbasaur for that gen. Squirtle's the only one I don't really care about in this gen. I feel like I want to like Squirtle, and I really do like Wartortle, but I just don't care for Blastoise, so meh. Shrug. Anyway, thanks for 31 months, Chewy Nubbins. I do think I eventually warm up to almost every starter, and this does include Squirtle. Squirtle gets a little bit of benefit of the doubt for being like Gen 1. You get a little clout just for free on that one. But like, of the Gen 1 starters, meh. Yeah, I like Quilladin. Quilladin's fun. I genuinely think that Quilladin's evolution, but wow, I can't think of the name right now. Holy shit. Chestnut, thank you. I think Chestnut's pretty cool. I think Chestnut is a little bit of an undercooked design, but Mega Chestnut fixes it immediately, giving it the cool like grass cape and really selling the like old man knight vibe, because that whole gen was supposed to be the knight, the rogue or ninja, and the witch or wizard. It's the classic RPG trio, and Chestnut was a little bit of a weak representation for like knights or warriors or fighters, but Mega Chestnut sells it immediately, and it's killer. I think it's Quilladin, like Paladin. Paladin. Yeah, Quilladin. There you go. Sorry, I'm thinking like Aladdin. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this journey because I don't have all day today. I've got a previous appointment to get into. So why don't we pick our starter? What do you guys want? What are we feeling? What are we vibing with today? What are we thinking? Yeah, I think Chestnut should have been able to remove its shoulder pads and use them as a shield, or a shield and a mace. Bulbasaur, roll the dice. You guys want to roll the dice? I could roll the dice. I could roll some dice. I'm down. It's okay. Michael Mouse doesn't own Aladdin. That was a book first. Oh, that's good. That's good stamina potion. I need that. I made the mistake of waking up at like 10 p.m. from my last blink, so I've been up for a bit. Let the dice decide. All right, hold up. Let me find my dice. Cunningly. I know that cunningly is just a thing people say right now, but I can't help but hear it in a 40k orc accent every time someone types it. I'm like, oh, okay, like 40k. I'm like, that's a Warhammer reference, and I know it's not, but it feels like it is. So,
That's right, and cunningly, ain't it? Alright, you skits.
Not to worry, I found my dice box. Ugh. All right, how do we want to do this? I guess I have to do... Is there any dice that are divisible by 3? I guess a 12-sided dice? Wait, no, a 6-sided dice. I'm out of my damn mind. Okay, cool. I've got my very me-coded dice. They're like red with gold borders and gold lettering. They're also made of metal, which is really heavy and very cool. I've only ever played Pokemon Go because I never had them Nintendos as a kid, but I did choose Charmander. Do I still have Pokemon Leica rights? Everybody has Pokemon Leica rights. This is the Dodney of video games. Everybody knows it. That's why everybody loves it. Hey, thanks for 16 months, by the way, Malachite. All right, so let's say that numbers 1 and 4 are Bulbasaur, 2 and 5 are Squirtle, 3 and 6 are Charmander. Does that seem fair? Alexandria, I appreciate that. Thanks for the soup. I don't know if I have that brain rot. I've just never really heard the phrase cunningly from anything but Warhammer Orcs. Sorry. My roll was 2, believe it or not. So I think we might be starting Squirtle, which might actually be, I'm not kidding with you. I don't really replay games very often. Basically ever. This might be the first time I have ever once, ever in my life chosen Squirtle. And I mean that genuinely. Also, I think it might be the only time I've chosen a water starter. I'm trying to think. Yes, this is the only time I've ever picked a water starter. Crazy. That's this one, right? Yep. Now, does it have a good, wow, what's the word I'm looking for? Nature. Does it have a good nature is the question. History in the making! Myra, thank you for 21 months of being exceptional. Squirtle gang, we rise and ride. That's right, brother. This might be the run. It's always runs where you pick the most unlikely of Pokemon, the most unlikely of champions where you succeed. I believe in that. Call him Blaster? I don't think I'm gonna call him Blaster. I think I'm gonna call him, hold on, let me think. Well, first of all, I gotta go get his sprites. Let me get his sprite real quick. My chosen water type for Gen 1 is usually Tentacruel. I just love Tentacruel. He's so cool. And I know that's not good or meta. I don't give a shit. I don't care, all right? I'm too cool to give a shit about the meta, all right? You're just gonna have to deal with it. All right, hold up. Where is it? Is this it? Nope, this is wrong. Nope, this is right. Nope, this is wrong. No, this is right. Yes. Okay, here we go. Oh, I want to use this one. This one's really cute. He looks so charming here. I'm gonna use this one. Hold up. I'm pretty sure I've got a folder specifically for this. Let me double check. Yup. Aw, it used to be an Arbok in our Soul Link run. Now I'm a little sad. That's all right, though. Boop. There he is. Oh. There he is, everybody, our starter. Let's go! Aurora says, fun fact, apparently Blastoise had a different final design with big fluffy ears and a tail, a possible alternate evolution line that was cut due to limitations. That makes me incredibly sad because I want whatever that is. Ugh. But also thank you for the soup. All right, let's decide who this is gonna be, shall we? So let's name our little fella. Our little guy, our little Squirtle. Squirtle. Where is it? There it is. Do, Doodaloo, doodaloo, doo. And it looks like our Squirtle's name today is going to be, let's go with Sakura. Why not? Sakura it is. Hold on, my nails are so long I'm having trouble hitting the select button. What does Mikage mean? Something shadow? Who knows? Either way, congrats. Our beautiful Squirtle's name is Sakura. Isn't he a charmer? Welcome to the Wheel of Axles! Ruze in his Gyaru phase with long nails? Nah, my nails just have really strong beds and they tend to grow out really far. I'm just too lazy to cut them, so I just have naturally incredibly beautiful nails. What can I do? What can I say? Mikage S2 Kage. Ah, Mikage S2 Kage. My shadow is your shadow as well. Cute Blastosis, thank you for 28 months of being an asshole. Oh my god, my Oshi. And the guy he controls like a head crab. That's right. It's your Oshi, Paris. And then me. It was me all along, Crimzon Rulez. Yeah, I covered at work and I'm excited to listen and lurk during Pokemon. Willow, you better be praying for my success or I will cry. If it was a water lord, it would be Mizukage. Oh! Don't test me. All right, so this is actually Sakura Mizukage for now on. We've accepted that Sakura's friends, the Squirtle's friends, call him Sakura, but we know that this is Mr. Mizukage. That's the official name for those who are not friends with Sakura here. Someone blew it at the Elite Four and Platinum? That's brutal. Couldn't be me. Here we go. And here's our rival, Gert.
I'll take this one then.
Gert received the Bulbasaur from Professor Oak. Typical big fucking Gert, brother. My rival, Big Gert. Blah, 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 blah. See you later.
Oh, wait, Ruze. Let's check out our Pokemon.
Let's go, baby.
Come on, I'll take you on.
No, wait, hold on. I changed my mind. I know what Gert sounds like. Good luck surviving the Anime New York City meet and greet. Life conspired to keep me away, but I hope it's enriching for us all. What Pokemon do you most desire to fist fight? To fist fight? Hopefully one I could win against. So probably not like Hitmonchan. I think I could beat a Jigglypuff in a fist fight. Wait, no, Jigglypuff's in Smash Bros. Cherim. Cherim for sure. Or Pikachu. He's had it too long. Too good for too long. I've had enough of him. All right, Rival Gert would like to battle. Rival Gert sent out a Bulbasaur, who has such a cute little sprite. Look at how cute he is.
Oh, for Pete's sake. So pushy as always. Ruze, you've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? A Pokemon battle is when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the other trainer's Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself.
Doink. I'm gonna turn the game down like just a tad, brothers. Are you guys cool with that? I'm cool with that.
Inflicting damage on the foe is the key to any battle.
Holy shit, Sykes, thank you for the 5 gifted chips to Sakura Mikage, thank you for 32 months, and thank you for joining and being my Squirtle. Your name is Sakura Mizukage for now on. Sorry to tell you. That's your new name. Thanks for 32 months, though. I guess I have a pretty good defense score. This Bulbasaur has a really bad attack. I don't know.
Lowering the foe's stats will put you at an advantage.
Ooh. Please don't crit me. It would be just like you to crit me in the tutorial. Please don't crit me. Pathetic. All I will never forgive Pikachu for stealing the original mascot away from spot away from Clefairy. Neither will I, honestly. And I don't even like Clefairy that much, but I'm still mad. Sakura, thank you for carrying me. I hope that you're a defensive wall. I don't remember, but I feel like Blastoise should be a wall. All right, hold on. This is Gert's new voice. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Pokemon. I rolled a dice for my starter.
Battle other trainers and make your Pokemon strong.
Okay, Professor, joke. Get out of here. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen it up. Ruze, Grants, smell you later. It's not like I wanted to win or anything, Babaka. Okay, see you later. I have never once picked a water starter, but here we are. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, wasn't I supposed to do something for Oak? I thought I was supposed to, like, bring some Pokeballs back or some Maybe not. Anyway, see you later. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so, fun fact. I don't have any Pokeballs yet, so the Nuzlocke has not begun. Is there anybody who's confused about how a Nuzlocke works before we really get started here? Because I'm going to explain this like one time. Oh yeah, I forgot to check Squirtle's stats. You're right. All right, Sakura, what do you got going on? You guys got to start calling Sakura by his name. Impish. I don't remember what that boost. I think it's speed, but I can't remember. Anyway, we've got 14 defense is fine. That's good. We've got Torrent, of course, obviously. I'm fine with this. This is fine. Nuzlocke is new to me. Okay, so real fast. Let's go ahead and just run through the rules. Nuzlocks are simple enough. Plus defense minus special attack. Okay, so that kind of sucks because I definitely want Squirtle to be like a water stab attacker, and I think most water moves in Gen 1 are definitely special. I know it's not. There is the special normal split, but don't worry too much about it. Or special physical split, but don't worry too much about it. It's fine. I can work with plus defense. That's not a bad stat. Anyway, so here's how Nuzlocks work. Nuzlocks are a rule set where basically if your Pokemon faints, they're gone forever. You either have to release them back into the wild or you put them in a box and never use them ever again. So it's permanent gone. Like it is one life, one run. If you ever lose all of your Pokemon, the entire run is over. So if you wipe in a battle, that's it. You've lost permanently. That's all. Secondarily, and this is important, you only get to catch the first Pokemon you find on each named route, right? So if I fail to catch a Pokemon on that route, or if I make it faint, or if the Pokeball fails, or it runs away from me, or if it's an Abra and it uses teleport, that's it. No more Pokemon there. So that's my only chance to catch that Pokemon. If I fail, I have to move on to the next route and keep on trying somewhere else, which means there is a limited pool of catches per game. So think of it like having limited extra lives, right? Right. Oh, there's no split yet. That's brutal. We're in trouble then. Nuzlocke. When a Ruzader dies in the game, they die in real life. That's basic. You're right, Makamahi. It works like that. So think of it essentially like you're dealing with a Pokemon game where your Pokemon are very valuable and you want to keep them alive no matter what. I'm also playing with hardcore Nuzlocke rules. Personally, I prefer it that way, which means no using items in battle. So I can't like scum by using a bunch of potions in battle. That kind of stuff. The only rule I give myself as a freebie is I do not do repeats. So if I find like 5 Pidgeys, I don't catch the 5 Pidgeys. I catch 1. If I already have a Pidgey, I do not catch more. I'm allowed to reroll. Please don't hurt Sakura Mizukage. I'm going to try my best. Except for symbol encounters like Moltres, right? Yes, Camellia, yes, you're right. So technically, for things like legendaries, I think some people have rules where they're allowed to like keep trying on them. Me personally, I never use legendaries. I just refuse to put them on my team, even in regular Pokemon runs. So I won't be using them. So no Moltres for me. No Moltres, nothing like that. I'm probably also going to give myself the rule that I'm not using Gyarados or Snorlax because I feel like that is just too simple of a... I think it's too consistent and it's too easy, basically. Snorlax and Gyarados being guaranteed encounters and being very, very powerful is a little too powerful. Also, hi! Welcome in! I will, however, maybe give myself a free Paris. I don't know yet. I kind of really want a Paris, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to manipulate the catch pool so that I can just get a Paris no matter what, but we'll see. Gyarados is guaranteed. Gyarados is not guaranteed. Gyarados is just really, really, really easy mode because of Intimidate and super high stats for a level 20. I think I'm going to lose this battle, actually, if I stick it out, so I should probably go. Let's see. He's doing like 4 damage every hit. Yeah, I got to go. I thought you said no legendaries? Yeah, good point. Good point. All right, you're right. Never mind. No Paris clause. I guess I don't get my free Paris. Oh, well. No, I'm kidding. Bite me. Paris did carry me through the Lieutenant Surge fight on the Soul Link, and I will never forget that. I love Paris for that. Paris is a true hero. Do I have any items yet to heal my Pokemon? No? I guess I technically can't lose the Nuzlocke before I get Pokeballs, so it doesn't matter that much. But just in case, just for the sake of keeping it true, I'm going to go heal up. Will I do the Shiny Claws? I'm going to be so for real with you guys. I'm willing to do the Shiny Claws if you want, because I've seen 2 shiny. I've been playing Pokemon for like 15 years. I've seen 2 shinies in that entire time. So, sure. Yeah, I'm not going to find a shiny, but sure, there's a Shiny Claws if you want. If you'd like. Woo, big crits. Okay, Sakura. I'm going to go get to level 7, then go back to my mama because I got critted. I got critted in return. I will not be picking up a Magikarp in this gen. Yippee! Yippee! Okay, so all water moves are special moves. Is that what I'm gathering? Is that FireRed had not done the physical special split yet? I thought FireRed was after Gen 4, but I'm probably wrong. Uh-oh. Yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That negative special attack's about to be a lot worse. Uh-oh. That's bad. Well, here comes the bad luck. All right, we're starting off strong. That's all right. That's all right. The beauty of a Nuzlocke is the wonder of using a Pokemon as they are. You don't have to change them. You don't have to make them better. You love them for the Pokemon that they are and seeing them become the hero that they can still be. All right? Please stop hitting me. All right, I'm just going to test my Bubble against Tackle, because I do still get Stab out of Bubble. Thing is, Tackle's 40 base damage, Bubble's only 20 base damage. I have a slightly higher physical attack, a slightly lower special attack, but I get the 50% split on Bubble, which should bump it up to a 30 base. So it depends on how low Pidgey's special defense is, really. Okay, it's about equivalent, at least against a Pidgey. So it's still good against... I could still make use of that against like rock types and such and ground. Pokey, as you are, as you were, as I want. I can't sing any more than that. I almost hit 3 seconds. That would have been copyrighted.
Audio Jungle. Welcome to the Pokemon stream you didn't expect. This ain't your Pidgey's radio station, where we only play banger after banger.
I'm waking up. Sorry. You don't wake up, actually. I sleep for 3 turns on every sleep. Every time I get hit by sleep, it's a guaranteed 3 sleep. No, Sakura, no! You can't miss, we're just starting, stop! Oh, I'm never gonna make it past that next patch of grass. Sakura, stop missing! Please no Diglett Cave when you get to it, but you do have a Squirtle, so if you happen to go in, be careful. Wishing Sakura the Squirtle the best. You can do it despite the circumstances. Yeah, we'll see, because Sakura's already missing shots. Easy fucking dubs against Pidgeys, and we're already missing it. All right, cool, we're in. We made it to the next town. Holy moly, dude. Holy moly, that was bad. I'm old. Thank you for the soup, Falcona. Yeah, please heal my Pokemon. Dude, fun fact, the Soul Link that we did, everybody else had already wiped, so I don't feel that bad about it, but I did wipe on Diglett Cave because I got arena trapped by not 1, but 2 Dugtrios. It was a nightmare. Am I supposed to do something for Oak here, or am I good to go? Can I just start buying Pokeballs and getting at it? Okay, so yeah, I am supposed to bring him his package. That's right, that's right. Can I still buy Pokeballs? Because I would love to catch a Pidgey on the way back by. Okay, never mind. Fine. Do you guys think I'm going to get Rattata or a Pidgey? We saw a Pidgey the whole way here, so Rattata, you're probably right. There's one rat waiting in the bushes just watching me from the corner. Oh, there's my rat. That's my boy right there. All right, keep in mind, a level 3 male Rattata. That's what I'm going to catch because they've been waiting for this. I'm going to come back later. They've been waiting for me. He's fainted now, but he's going to wake up and come back at me. That dude's coming back for the salty Rattata back. He's going to say, Rattata. Hey, old man. Oh, Ruze. How is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? That's right, old man. I just give him the bird. Ah, it's the custom Pokeball. I had it on order. Thank you. Gramps! I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk there's my invention. That's right, my invention. I might be mogging you 10-year-olds, but who else can I brag to? I don't have any friends. It's the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia, which does inherently mean that the data is already there, and really it's just sort of like a picture phone you have to use to scan things to even look up the Google that you want to search. I mean, it's not like it records the data on its own, so it's kind of just really limited in a way. It's like achievements, but in real life. That's right, I invented Xbox Live. Ruze and Gert, take these with you. That's right, Big Gert. I call him that because he's so small. You can't get detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So, here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. I got 5 Pokeballs, dude. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. That's right. You see those fucking bugs out there? They're free. You can just pick them up. Wildcat, that's yours. Wild rat, no problem. Might have rabies, but hey, you send it out to do a digital cockfight and it'll be fine. Anyway, make sure you take a picture. I want to see those things beating the shit out of each other. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. This won't always work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But now I'm old and I want to sit around, sip my delicious lattes.
I can't get the... Oh, he actually said that. But I'm too old. I can't get the job done. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. I promise I'm not projecting. That would be really messed up to kind of like force my grandson and his friend, who I don't really know and I've never talked to until this moment, to live vicariously for me because I'm too lazy to get out there and do it. Get moving, you two.
All right, Gramps, leave it all to me. Ruze, I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know. I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Ruze. Don't bother coming around to my place after this. Your grandson kinda sucks.
Twirls my hair. Hi, big gird sister. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Gee, that's lazy of him. Here, this'll help. Yippee! Thanks, Daisy. I'm not even gonna say thanks. I'm just gonna walk away. Thanks for the map. See ya. What is my most played Pokemon game? I don't really replay games very often, but probably Emerald, just because it's the one I owned as a kid. Ruze, you should take a quick rest. Wow, thanks, Mom! Hi, I'm Daisy! I came to hate on Paris to spread Claude Pagan. Listen, first of all, Clodsire fucks, and I agree with you. Second of all, don't make two bad bitches fight each other. Paris and Clodsire are in the same zone of being the pugs of Pokemon, all right? They're ugly and cute, and I love them for it. Clodsire goes hard, and I love him. But don't you dare pit two bad bitches against each other. All right, this is my first encounter. I do have to catch this Pokemon, or I don't get a Pokemon on this route. So a wild Pidgey has appeared. Nyaniko Arts, thank you for 4 months. Nyaniko. All right, we're gonna lead off with a weak little bubble to soften them up. Boop, 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 boop. Ah! Okay, one more bubble. Boop, 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 boop. That rat never came back at me. I guess I knocked him out a little too unconscious. And now we're gonna throw a Pokeball. Wow, it's just like Professor Oak told me. I see now. I have to use this, what was it called again? Pokeball? Well, no problem. I'll show them how my real power works. Ah! And there it is. Just like that, brother. Dun, 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 dun.
Pidgey, tiny bird Pokemon, does not like to fight. It hides in tall grass and so on, foraging for food, such as small bugs.
If you say so, buddy. All right, let's figure out what we're gonna call this little fella. The Wheel of Axos! And today, it looks like we've got Cat Thistle. A wonderful name. And perfect for a Pidgey, because they probably hang out in the little thistle bushes hunting for caterpies. It barely fits. Oh, good heavens! It's lavender! Yippee! Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's check out our new Pokemon. One of the things you want to do in a Nuzlocke is you always want to know what the limitations and advantages of your Pokemon are, which means you want to know what their passive is and you want to know what their nature is. They're rash, which I think makes them faster. They have Keen Eye, which kind of sucks, but it'll work. Basically, they can't have accuracy dropped, so no sand attack spam on them, baby. Let's go. Rash is speed, right? I'm counting on you guys to tell me the natures, because I don't know. Shrug. I don't know. Shrug. Plus special attack. Oh, God. That's fine. It's okay. It's all right. No big deal. No big deal. Big Ham, don't you tell me it's itchy skin. Don't talk about my Pidgey like that. It's just... He's just got dry skin. Stop. Okay, so we're 0 for 2 on good natures, but that's okay. That's okay. You guys, chill. I might be having bad luck now, but it's me storing up all my good luck for later. Oh, big crit, Sakura. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Well done. Man, that minus special attack nature is really going to start to stack up soon. Oh, well. Unfortunately, my clause that says I don't get Magikarp means that I'm not going to be able to fish until I get the good rod, so it's going to be a while. Oh well. Wah 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 wah. Bum 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 bum. Investigation Code says, I've never really understood the attack versus special attack and defense versus special defense. Well, it depends on what generation of Pokemon you're playing, Investigation Code. In the earlier generations, which means this generation and generations 1, 2, and 3, the special attack and attack are very, very important because each type has an associated type of attack that it does. So, for example, water attacks are all special attacks, meaning if you want to use a water Pokemon, you want to have high special attack because they get stabbed for water and they get the bonus from having a high special attack. However, in later generations, all moves have an associated special or physical type with them. So, for example, Bubble is a special attack, where something like Waterfall is a physical attack, I believe. So, depending on which stat is higher, you want to prioritize using moves that scale off of that. But since we're in Generation 3, which is Fire Red and Leaf Green, all I need to know is that Water is a special type, so I need to have high special attack on my water Pokemon, which means that unfortunately having a low special attack because of my nature is pretty bad, but we'll make it work because I'm a genius. I'm smarter. I'm smarter than this generation is, and I'm smarter than Lady Luck, so I don't care. Ruze, you can't just say they get stabbed without further explanation. Someone who doesn't even know about the physical special yet. Okay, so stab is literally an acronym. It means same type attack bonus. It means that if you are sharing a type with the attack you're using, since Squirtle's a water type and using a water attack like Bubble, you get a bonus to the damage because you share that type. Does that make sense? Okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to tackle this Pidgey. This Pidgey's going to tackle me back. I'm going to switch to Squirtle, and the Pidgey's going to tackle and crit me, and I would have lost Cat Thistle if I did not switch. Just so you know, that's just how my luck works. If they can crit and it would be a kill, they will crit and it will be a kill. That's how bad my luck is all the time. Aura Angel Court, thank you for 32 months, and welcome back. So tackle. Now they tackle me. Now I swap because the next tackle is going to be a crit. Okay, well, it would have been a crit if I'd stayed in. Those are the rules. Ow! I'm going to get my Pidgey to level 6 probably because I think that's where it learns Gust. I want to say. I don't know. I don't know my learn sets well enough for Gen 1 at all. I don't know my learn sets well enough for any gen, but really Gen 1 I don't know. So we're just going to figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's level 6 for Pidgey to learn Gust, but I need a flying move for when I go into the Bug Woods. I think I win against the level 2 Pidgey, right? Like, I'm pretty tough. I'm not tough, actually. That did 3 damage. Could have been a low roll. If it crits, it could kill. All right, we'll swap again. Are there level caps? Yes, I am playing with level caps. I'm doing hardcore Nuzlocke rules. That means no items in battle. Yes, level caps. Level cap for the first gym, I believe, is 14. Wait, no, I might be thinking of gym 4. Is it 12? It might be 12. I don't think it's 10. That's too low. I think it might be 12. Here comes my bardic song. Ruze rejected Lady Luck and she didn't take it well. Now he's cursed with misfortune until he goes to hell. And I will go straight to hell. It is 14? Okay. Never mind. I was right. I was right the first time. I'm a genius. What can I say? Bleh. Wow, thanks for the bardic song. Love that. I don't think Gust is normal type. I think it just sucks. It's a physical attack, but I don't think it's normal type. You know, I'm a little scared that I've gotten tail whipped twice, but I think I'll be fine. Probably. As long as I don't get crit or anything. Never mind, I win. Bleh. Get out of here. Get out of here. How different would life be if I was in the Pokemon universe? I mean, there would be a bunch of like superpowered animals running around and humans would theoretically be durable enough to survive entire electrocutions from weird rats in the grass and apparently flamethrowers to the face. So I guess humans would be made of like indestructible iron. And we would also have command of almost all of nature at our fingertips. So I guess life would be pretty banging if you liked animals. And if you didn't, life would be pretty tough. For me, it would be pretty banging, most likely. Is FireRed a red remake? It is, yes. What cat Pokemon would I have instead of cats? That's a damn good question. Maybe one of the best questions I've ever received. I would say that Arcturus would probably be a Litten. I would say that Pollux would either be a Glameow or... No, wait, Little Lady would be Glameow for sure. And Pollux would either be a Meowth, but not the talking one from the anime, like an actual Meowth. Or... Yeah, he'd be a Meowth. And Methuselah would definitely be a Berserker. But I would pick up a Sprigatito in a second. Ow, dude, that actually really hurt. Was that 5 damage? Oh, I gotta swap. That sucks. Pidgey's really weak early on. We're just gonna have to deal with it for a bit. Thoughts on Skitty? Skitty's cute. Kind of one of the more forgettable cats, but Skitty's cute. It's fine. Yeah, this must be youngster Joey's rat. He's in the top 5% of all Rattata. Did you guys know that? Oh, well, that's good, Fiddle Rosa. Because I thought for a second you popped in because... because I'm the best to ever do it. But it's good to know that it was just because you wanted to check on Pokemon. Lunars and Doji, thank you for 17 months. It feels like it's been 84 years. How's Pokemon gaming going? We just got started, actually. I got my first catch, which is Cat Thistle today. And we're just rolling on the wheel of Axholes and getting new Pokemon. You know how it is. Ooh, Esper's... All right, Cat Thistle, are you seriously going to miss? You're going to miss on the level 3 Pidgey? This is your one chance to prove yourself, and you're failing already. Esper's really cute, but I don't consider Esper a cat. I don't know. Something about Esper just doesn't quite hit cat to me. Because I would say Pollux would make a really good Esper with that empty-eyed stare, but... Is purr? I don't care. It just doesn't quite work. It's not cat enough for me. Nice. By the way, what happened to Subnautica? It's over. Subnautica is over, party. I'm actually done playing Subnautica forever. No more Subnautica. No more Tainted Grail. No more Silk Song. No more Grounded. No more Windrose. No more anything except when I'm playing that day. I'm permanently banning those games. No more Hades 2. It's actually just League of Legends for now on. That's true. No more Tamagotchi life. None of that. Not a chance. Bro. I gotta get one more level on Cat Thistle before I can, like, actually stay in and fight these Pidgeys. I gotta play around the crit. You can't leave. You're stuck here. What about Pokemon FireRed? No more Pokemon FireRed. I'm sorry. None of that. We're only playing League of Legends for now on, and I'm only doing Teemo mid and Yasuo ADC and Warwick top. I do not meta. I do not play the strategy. I do not use the correct items. I do not listen to my team. I mute at the beginning of the game, and I run it down. If I win, I win, and if I don't, I flame. Would I rather play League of Legends or a visual novel recommendation from Flayon? League of Legends every single time. League of Legends every single time. I would rather receive acupuncture from railway spikes before I took a visual novel recommendation from Flayon. Am I gonna add a Pidgey sprite next to Squirtle? How dare you be so right? How dare you, Siggy? But you're right, I do gotta do that. Do I not have a Pidgey sprite yet? What the hell? I sure don't. All right, I gotta get a Pidgey sprite, hold up. Wait a minute! Oh, that one's pretty cute! I'm gonna use this one. Oh, he's out of place! Dang! There we go. Very charming. Yes! Yes! We learned Sand Attack. It's the best move of the game. We just learned the best move of the game. Fun fact, that's not Gen 1 art. I'm actually using the Gen 5 sprites for both Squirtle and Pidgey right now. Pocket Sand! It's the ultimate move. It's the ultimate, I'm losing and I'm gonna pray now move. I like Sand Attack a lot in Nuzlocke because it's my uh-oh, I'm in trouble button, which, you know, it might work, it might not. But that's the beauty of it. Pocket Sand? Gara? Take this, Naruto. Sand! Pocket! No. See you later, kid. He said, you want to know about the caterpillar Pokemon? And I said, I know more than you. And then I pushed him down. And I threw his hat in the lake. And then I left. 10 Pokeballs, please. I have 3 antidotes. And I'll take a potion for convenience. Actually, I'll take 2. Just in case. I don't want to have to constantly walk back here. It's a hassle, dude. Oh my god, I didn't know you voiced Gara. Yeah, it's true. I actually voiced Naruto, too. And Bart Simpson. And Billy. All right, Route 22, baby. This is the big one. Now we have an opportunity. We could catch a Rattata. Wait, no. Let me think for a minute. I think here there's Mankey, Nidoran, Rattata, Pidgey. So here's my thoughts. I wait. I metagame this because I have the no dupes clause. I go north. I fish for a Rattata. I come back. I guarantee a Mankey or a Nidoran. Yeah. Old man, I know how to catch Pokemon. Get out of my way.
Whenever I catch a Pokemon, the Pokedex automatically update.
Yeah, whatever.
Get out of my way.
All right. Dude, I would love a Nidoran. That'd be so crazy cool. Oh, Nidoran would go insane. All right, like I'm hands off now. Old man's got it under control. I'm gonna have a little sip of my stamina potion while he does it. He's got one Pokeball and no damage on this Weedle, by the way. Old man's kind of goated. He's not afraid of anything, including losing 300 Pokedollars for no reason. I'd be down for a Spearow too. I actually like Spearow more than I like Pidgey, fun fact. I think Spearow goes hard. Nah, old man. Thanks for the Teachy TV, whatever that is. Bye. So, was that old man trying to get, like, booze in the original Pokemon? I can't remember if he was, like, drinking, like, alcohol or if he was trying to, like, actually get coffee. Was it coffee or booze for him? That's the question, really. Also, I did not realize that you guys were, like, cutting into the actual game screen. We're gonna have to fix that. Give me a second. It was booze? Okay, I thought so. He was sloshed. You hate me, Mayari. You hate me. Anyway, welcome back. Thanks for 32 months. Hey, get out of here. I don't need your help. Whoa, big crit cat thistle? Finally, a chance for Faramir, Captain of Gondor, to show their worth. A chance for Cat Thistle, Pidgey of Ruze, to show his worth. It's Nuzlocke, Talile. I gotta remember where I caught this Pokemon. Where was it? Route 1. Okay, and we're on Route, what, 22 right now? So this is a freebie. Let's go. Maybe I can get a Rattata? Okay, let's get a Rattata. And you might think to yourself, right? Those of you who are... Boromir would have one shot with a crit. True. All right, now don't one shot this one, Cat Thistle. I need you to not crit. Woo! Okay. Let's go. Oh. Okay, guys, hold on. Let's rewind a little. Let's go! First try, dude. First try.
Rattata, mouse Pokemon. Its fangs are long and very sharp. They grow continuously, so it gnaws on hard things to whittle them down.
So true, Breasty. Let's get a nickname for this bad boy. What's your name, little fella? What's your name, little guy? Dun 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 dun. Jimbo. I could not think of a better name for a little rat. Jimbo from
Treasure Planet? Are you still here, Jimbo? I am a rat in the tall grass. Not a catch for you to pass. I can't sing anymore. I'll get copyrighted. Audio Jungle. All right, here we go.
You heal me up, please.
Nathaniel Warner, thank you for 32 months. Hi, Woos. Is there a Gen 1 Pokemon that you like that but other people don't care about, think about? I like Tangela and its goofy feet. Mine's Paris, and I'm tired of all these Paris fake likers popping up now that Pokemon Legends Arceus made him cool and meme-worthy. Paris has always been cool and meme-worthy. You know what's great about Paris? Actually, I can't go on that rant again. Never mind. I changed my mind. I'm rant cucking you. You're rantless. Remain there. Remain there. Now that you've had then that you've gotten all excited and hot under the collar for a fucking grade A Crimzon Rulez rant. You were so prepped and ready, dude. You were excited to get fucking fiery with me, and I'm like, nah. Never mind. I've already said that one. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a bug. Please no Pikachu, 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 please no Pikachu. Do you fight me? I don't remember. No, okay.
Give me that.
What if we listen to a Crimzon Rulez rant next to the drunk guy blocking the road? Haha, JK. Unwise. Unwise. Catawata, thank you for the delicious soup. All right, I'll tell you why I like Paris. I liked Paris before he was cool, and you want to know why I liked Paris before he was cool? A, he's a bug Pokemon. Bug Pokemon are the natural underdogs of the Pokemon world. I love bug Pokemon. Best type in the game. They often have some of the coolest passives. They've got interesting type matchups. Their Pokemon designs are often just like some of the best in the game by far. Especially Gen 5 and beyond. They really stepped it up with the bug game. But I like Paris for one reason and one reason in particular. And it's that Paris is kind of a fuck you. He's just a middle finger to the player, and I love that. He doesn't have a reason to exist. He's weak. And I mean that literally. He's so weak. He's grass. Like, when you think, how do I beat bug Pokemon, what do you think? You think fire, right? You're probably a kid. You probably pick Charmander. You probably think, I'm going to use Ember. And you're right. Except Paris is bug and grass. So he's quadruple weak to fire. But hold on. He's also got the passive Dry Skin, which makes him octuple weak to fire. Paris takes double damage from fire moves, which is fucking insane. He also takes quadruple damage from flying moves. He takes just a billion damage from basically everything. He's one of the only Pokemon in the game that can take octuple damage. But what does Paris do? Nothing. He's not fast. He's not strong. He doesn't really get good moves, but what he does get is to be a Teemo mushroom on your journey. Paris was never meant to be caught. Paris was meant to hit you with Stun Spore or Poison Powder or Sleep Powder. And you want to know why? Because Paris is a middle finger to the player. He is literally an encounter to say, haha, here's a status effect, asshole. And I love that. He's a champion because he gets to say fuck you to the player. Also, because he doesn't care. Paris, once Legends Arceus rolled around, is one of the most aggressive Pokemon in the game. Paris sees you and says, I might be the weakest Pokemon in this game, but square up. He doesn't care. He said, get off my lawn. Paris will fight God. If Arceus stepped into Paris's little grass tuft, Paris would step up to that Arceus and say, wrong neighborhood, God, and send him packing back to the pearly gates. And I love that energy. Paris doesn't give a shit who you are, what you are. He will step up and fight you. Anyway, I gotta catch this Caterpie because I love Caterpie. I love Bug. Bug the best type. Ah! Oh, God. Oh, God. Cat Thistle! Please! Okay. Okay. Anyway. You gotta roll. I said, Cat Thistle, you really missed an attack earlier. Cat Thistle said, don't worry, I'll make up for it. Whew, okay. Okay, we're fine. Let's catch our Caterpie and name our Caterpie.
Caterpie, worm Pokemon. It is covered with a green skin. When it grows, it sheds the skin, covers itself with silk, and becomes a cocoon.
All right, what's your name, you little freak? Because you just got a kiss from death. I'm not gonna lie to you. You just had, that has to be 1 HP exactly. That has to be exactly 1 HP, right? That's gotta be like this fucking Caterpie has literally got a gentle kiss on the lips from death, and their name is Gaxies. Sounds like Skeksis to me. Essence! Me when I spam sleep powder on my enemies. I really hope you have compound eyes. Please have compound eyes when you evolve. Please. Please. Oh, it's a lady Caterpie. Okay, let's go. Let's go heal up real quick and take a look at our new Rattata and our new Caterpie. Hello, are we winning? Well, we're not losing. Oh, yeah, let's check the HP before we send them. Let's check the HP before we heal, because I gotta know, was it 1? It was 1 HP. That crit said 1 HP for you, Gaxies. All right, so, nature, relaxed, which I think is just passive, right? That's like no stat changes. You streaming right now is genuinely the only thing getting me through my shift right now and my political theory exam tomorrow. Windiest B, I'm glad you're here. That actually reminds, oh, it's plus defense? Well, that sucks. Minus speed? The only stat I care about on Butterfree. Okay, you know what? I don't care. That's fine. I don't care. That's okay. That's okay. I'm sure our Rattata has a good stat, good nature. Mild. Great. All right, cool. Cool. Plus special attack. I'm gonna. Lady Luck. Oh, you were a funny mistress. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Whatever, dude. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid her level. I don't care. You could try to get my attention all you want. I will not address the Lady Luck in the room. I gotta run away. That's all I care about. Anyway, that's fine. I got Shield Dust, which I do think carries over to Evolution, so that's kind of a bummer. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna get Compound Eyes. Damn. Anyway, thank you for the soup, Windiest B. That reminds me, I was thinking today about Pokemon, obviously. I was taking a walk through the forest, and I was looking at some cool bugs, and I saw this really cool bee, and I thought to myself, ha, that's a cool bee. And you know what I thought? I thought I could design a bug line. You know what my bug line would be? And you don't cover, do not steal. I'm deleting this VOD later. This is my bug line. But you guys could draw fan art of it if you like. I was thinking a cool bug line, right, would be a set of bugs that are designed around like nuns or priests in a cloister, right? So you start with Humblebee, that's the baby, and then you go up to Humilibee, and that's the middle evolution.
And they're sort of like, Humblebee is like these like little like missionaries, right? They go around, they try to help the world, they pollinate things, they're spreading like cheer and love to like flowers and shit and goodwill or whatever. They make it their business to try and be busybodies and help other Pokemon. And then Humilibee kind of act as like spiritual guides or leaders to Humblebees and kind of try to help them understand like their like missions or whatever and how best to help other Pokemon and stuff. But then their final evolution only works if you max out, I don't know, let's say friendship or something like that, or maybe either you have to find like a specific spot on top of a fucking mountain next to some sort of like beautiful like flower garden, and they can evolve into Hivinity, which is like their tallest form, right? It's like this sort of like fucking like Buddha-esque, like third eye open, like full-on bee. Sick as hell. And they act as like sort of distant spiritual leaders that all of the Humilibees and Humblebees look up to, but they're very rare. I think it sounds banger. What the frog did you do to Lady Luck, you bug lover? Well, stupid Cupid, unfortunately, I was born perfect, and Lady Luck doesn't like that, so... Yeah, little cleric bees. I think it sounds cute. I think it sounds like a cute line. I think it would fuck. I'm kind of a genius, actually. Imagine, like, a cool bee with, like, its two main big eyes closed. Like, their eyes are, like, you know, big bug eyes or whatever, and they have, like, these big, really cute designs. And maybe they got, like, sort of, like, a little frock design as, like, a humblebee. But then when they become Humilibee, maybe they get, like, sort of, like, more, like, sort of, like, flowing robe-like vestments, but maybe they're, like, made of, like, their wings. Like, their wings act as, like, the robes or something. And then, like, its final form is, like, third eye open, the two big eyes closed. And it's got, like, this permanent, like, sort of either prayer or Zen pose where it looks like it's always in meditation. I think that would be fucking cool as hell. Falcoto says, I heard bees? Where? Also, cute bee line? Believe it? I like it. I like it. I was also thinking of like maybe either a legendary Pokemon or a single stage Pokemon that doesn't evolve. That's maybe like a Silkworm Pokemon and giving it either Mimikyu's passive or a version of Mimikyu's passive where it like has its cocoon on a thread when it starts the battle, right? And if you hit it, it either just doesn't take damage and then drops into its real form, or if it's a legendary, I'm thinking like a better version of Mimikyu's passive where not only does it not take damage, but it also adopts a resistance to whatever move it got hit by. But only once, right? So like the first move that hits it, it becomes resistant to that typing. Maybe like some sort of legendary Silkworm or something. I was thinking like maybe, I was originally going to do something like some really long word, like Metamorphohusk or something like that, but that seemed too long. So I was thinking maybe like Morphusk or something, but I was like, I don't know, that just sounds more like a Legend of Zelda boss than a Pokemon to me. Don't Wurmples count as Silkworms though? You can double up on, not enough Pokemon use like, especially bugs, but also snakes. Not enough lizards or bugs use the shed skin like motif, which is really unique to, you know, bugs and lizards. I think we need more of it. You can have more than one Silkworm. It'll be all right. Do you stay at night, awake at night and think of these? Not really. Well, it depends. Sometimes, yeah. It depends on what my brain wants to fixate on that day. So like a bug type, but with color change, like a defensive color change. Yeah, like color change, but like one that blocks the first instance of damage. I like to think it's like a bug type that like hides like up in a tree or something and leaves its husk dangling down as sort of a lure to lure in maybe flying types or like its natural predators. But the natural predators of bugs, like if it lived in Viridian Forest, right? Like things that are preying on Caterpies and Weedles, like Pidgeys and Pidgeots and stuff, it would leave its husk down to get them to attack the husk, and then when it adopts the resistance by studying them, it would drop down and prey on them instead. Yeah, like Mimikyu and Kecleon mixed together. I don't remember the music banging so hard here, but it kind of goes, dude. What's my favorite reptile Pokemon? Probably Feraligatr, but I also really like Salazzle and Salandit are really cute. I don't
Huh. Oh, yeah, Sceptile, duh. Oh, there you go. Sceptile, definitely. You're right, Sceptile. Mega Sceptile, even. Ooh, Mega Sceptile's so cool. Aw, I wanted to catch a Weedle. That's sad. All right, well, no Weedle for me. I gotta be careful I don't get poisoned here. That could definitely be, like, an ender. This is before they decided to be gentle and give you the no poison damage death. So you can die to poison in this game. You gotta be careful. Ah, string shot!
Oh no! Help! Oh no! Our Pidgey! It's slowed!
I want a Bug Dragon so bad. Got any antidotes? I did buy one, I think, or two, just in case. Whoopee! Level 6! Yay! They peaked at Bug Ice. I like bugs. I don't like Frostmoth. I think the design's kind of weak. Could have been better. It feels like it was supposed to just be a Gajinka of that one Ice Gym leader lady with the, like, Ushanka hat or whatever. Volcarona is the superior design by far. Sorry. No! Snob's cute. Don't do it. Okay. I did know that Bug are good against Dark because of Common Rider. Originally, though, I thought that Bug were good against Dark because Bugs thrive in the dark, and it's hard for Dark to, like, you know, like, the darkness does not bother a Bug. Okay, so I've got 14 HP left on Pidgey, so we need to count exactly 14 steps back to the Pokemon Center if we don't want to lose Pidgey. Can you get out of here? 1, 2, uh-oh. 3, uh-oh. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, uh-oh. 9, uh-oh. 10, uh-oh. 11, ugh. I don't want to waste that antidote. 12. You're welcome, Cat Thistle. $100 or your bird, sir? Well, call me Mr. Squooge, because I'm not handing out any money to no buds. Have I saved yet? Nope. Trapinch is a bug type, I believe. But then they ruined it. Then they ruined it from then on because they hate me. They hate me personally. They wish I was dead. Game Freak hates bug types and they hate me.
You like my fun guy on my head? Wow, I'm glad. He's going to card.
Trapinch is ground? Is Trapinch pure ground? Is Vibrava bug flying? Or is Vibrava ground flying? Oh yeah, I gotta get my Caterpie and my Rattata. You're right.
Crown Dragon. That's right. Yeah. Tragic, really. They really robbed me. They robbed me personally. And it's probably because they're jealous of how cool a bug dragon would be. They knew it would be too powerful, so they said, we better not do that. We better not do that. Little Rattata! Paris! Wrong. Wrong. Nope. Wrong. Nope. I don't have a Caterpie. Huh. The more you know. Hold on, I gotta go get a Caterpie. I'm grabbing the Emerald Sprite for Caterpie because it's so cute. He's like laying on his back. He's like got his little butt in the air. Aww. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yo, so cute. He's so good and cute. I gotta make Rattata just like a little bit bigger. He doesn't quite fill out his bubble. There we go. Yeah. Please don't poison me. Oh, okay, it's just Caterpie. We're good. Asadu. Get tackled. Yeah. Oh. Get tackled. I do like grinding in Viridian Forest though, because you can like find Caterpies and Kakunas to beat up, and that's just free XP, baby. I did not get a Paris, not even close. We gotta wait until Mount Moon, I want to say. As soon as I step into grass. No! Yeah. Oh, this Weedle kind of adorable. It's true, the Nuzlocke's just an add-on. Now perish, Weedle. I hope your Paris plushies come to life someday. Why would you wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby? Why do you want me to get hit with a stun spore and a poison powder in a spore all at the same time? Why do you want me to die? I got a Pokeball. Oh, yeah. Free XP, baby. You know what that means? Time to get to level 9 and get Gust so I can start dunking on bugs all day. Oh. I send all of the real-life Parises to your house to become friends with your Paris plushies. Token Bullet, no! Well, okay, if you insist. I'll find a way to turn them to my will. I will make an army of Paris to strike out against the world and deliver divine justice upon those who have wronged me. Anyway, thanks for 32 months. Welcome back. Wink wonk. I will become the god of decay and wrath. If there were a bug evolution, what do you think it would be, and would you like it? By nature, I dislike Eevee. But yeah, I mean, it would. I don't know. It would be cute, I guess. Sure, it'd be a Buggeon.
Antennion, Flutterion, Wormion. Oh, dude, it's just Eevee, but with like no legs, no fur, just scuttling around. How does anyone dislike Eevee? Eevee's just a pet dog. I dislike Eevee the same way I dislike Pikachu. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm so sick of seeing Eevee everywhere. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Eevee. I'm sick of Pikachu. I'm sick of Charizard. They've had it too good for too long. Also, I'm going to be real with you. I've been around the con circuit long enough. Well, I haven't anymore. But, you know, I was in the con circuit for a while. Long enough to experience people whose like main personality trait is their favorite evolution, and I get fucking tired of it, dude. If I have to deal with one more motherfucker in a fucking fishnet shirt and nothing else being like, Umbreon's the coolest, I'm gonna pull my eyeballs out of my head. Was this before or after the Yowie paddle? I think I missed the Yowie paddle by a little bit. Not by much. I heard tell of it. When I was in school, I heard tell of dark deeds done with the Yowie paddle. But it was like the era, I'm assuming, of like glomping and shit like that. And man, I mean, this is rich coming from someone whose personality is I like bug Pokemon, but like, I just get tired of people who make their entire personality trait their favorite evolution. It drives me insane. Makes me mad. Was I around for the DashCon ball pit? Nah. I was alive at the time. Yes. Luckily, I missed that one, brother. You were Homestuck. Did you ever experience throwing buckets? You know what's funny is I never really had any interactions. So I was into Homestuck on my own, by myself, in my own shitty little basement. Right? Like, I was not cosplaying Homestuck at any conventions. By the time I finally went to a convention dressed as Dave Strider, it was probably at a point where, like, Homestuck had finally chilled the fuck out and people realized how cringe they were being. And I don't mean in cringe and free way. I mean cringe in, like, a kind of, like, offensively in your face and, like, a little bit, like, rude to the people around you way. By the time I ended up going to a convention dressed as Dave Strider, it was well past the point where Homestucks were like kind of trying to rein themselves in a little bit and be a little bit less of a nuisance to the people around them. And thank God for that. I did not experience the spin the Faygo bottle game. I never experienced anybody throwing buckets at people or pushing each other downstairs or Sharpie baths. Every Homestuck I met at a convention was pretty well behaved. Most of them had their paint sealed. They were relatively chill. And honestly, none of them were really like loud or obnoxious. I think at that point, Homestuck had already earned enough of a reputation for being annoying that people were overcompensating and being extra polite in public just so that they didn't like kind of live up to that reputation. Rose's Light, thank you for being an axhole. Welcome back. Sharpie what? Huh? Pushing people down the stairs? The fuck? Okay, so let me explain. If you think like, how do I explain this in a way that's going to make sense in the modern context? Imagine if Hazbin Hotel had a running gag where, like, Angel Dust kept getting pushed downstairs. Now imagine the, like, 12 to 16-year-olds who are into that all cosplaying it and going to a convention. Unfortunately, because their brains aren't fully developed, they'll be like, that's the funniest shit in the world. So they'll throw each other downstairs because it's funny. So Homestuck, at the time, appealed to like anywhere from 12 to 16-year-olds or 20-year-olds or whatever, and a lot of the cosplayers for Homestuck were very young. So they were doing stupid stuff and emulating stuff from the webcomic that are meant to be like visual, like sort of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? what's the word for when you slapstick gags, which are funny in a webcomic and in a TV show. Not very funny when you do it to a real person. Unfortunately, kids are stupid. So they started throwing themselves and each other downstairs and or throwing buckets at each other and just being kind of gross or annoying or loud in public, and earned a very bad reputation for the fan base. But by the time I was cosplaying Homestuck at conventions, that had largely passed, and I think most people were on their best behavior. So thankfully, I never had to deal with that. Hopefully no one got seriously hurt. I don't think so. Now, in my defense, Ari, they started talking about Homestuck first. I'm just following the topic. All right, Cat Thistle, well done. You better learn Gust. It's time. Thank you. All right, we got to get Gaxies in there. I like how he tried to contextualize that with Has-Been instead of saying there was a bit about characters being pushed down the stairs and fans emulated it. I say that because Has-Been Hotel and Amazing Digital Circus are the modern Homestuck, which is to say they have an insufferable fan base of teenagers, which is not everybody who likes it. You can like those things and not be a teenager and not be insufferable. I'm saying that the fan base is equivalent to what Homestuck was. So imagine someone who's like a kid and really into either of those media franchises, and you will understand the mindset you're working with for Homestucks at conventions. Yo, you can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. What did you just say to me? Oh shit, level 7. See ya. Bye. I probably should have thought about this before I let Cat Thistle be down to 22 HP, so I don't have a super safe swap in, but I'm going to swap in here and pray it's String Shot. Ah! Please! No! I knew it. Dang it. All right, that's fine. We're still getting out of this with a gust. Don't worry. Yeah! Alright, listen, now what you think is that I should swap out here because it's risky. However, as long as I don't miss my attack, I'm good to go. And I'm pretty sure Gust has 100% accuracy unlike Tackle, so we're going to slap a Gust down here. I am going to take the poison damage, but if I swap out, there's a chance he poison stings the next Pokemon, and then I have to use my last 2 antidotes. We don't want to do that. I'm going to hit him with a Gust. We're going to get out of this. We're going to hit our antidote. We're going to leave. Oh! Oh, he's got a lot of Weedles. Uh-oh, everybody. We're in trouble. Okay, let me think for a second. How am I going to get out of this? Okay, so I swap into Sakura and I don't get poisoned because it's only a 30% chance to poison, so I'll definitely be fine, probably. What are the chances I get poisoned twice, right? Right? Right. All right, let's party, baby. Oh, I'm only doing like 25% damage. Oh, good heavens. It's fine. I'm fine. Certainly he doesn't have a third Weedle, right? Of course Paris is going to be on my team moving into the end game. Dude, not another poison proc. Come on! Fine. Fine. Oh, thank God. Okay. Gaxies, slowly, very slowly kill this guy. I want to see you destroy him in the same way that a shake weight would kill a man if you let that on his, like, rib cage for 4 months. I want to see you slowly cave this creature's exoskeleton in on itself while it spams harden. I gotta keep clicking A. I gotta keep clicking it forever now. All right, here I go. I'm gonna run out of tackle PP and just start using struggle. Haha, your defense won't go any higher. Blah, 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 blah. Go, Gaxies, go! Strike! What if it does another attack? It doesn't know any other attacks. We're Gucci. You guys want me to tell you the entirety of Homestuck? No problem. I'll do it for you, Jelly Benelli. Check this out. Homestuck is a webcomic in which 4 children play a video game that will decide the fate of the entire universe after they get isekai'd into the video game. Their entire world is destroyed, but it's okay, because through the course of the game, in multiple resurrections, Dragon Ball style, they become gods and create a new universe in their perfect image. But not all is perfect, because unfortunately their game is simultaneously the future and the past of a similar game that is being played by a bunch of aliens known as the Trolls, who gave their universe cancer, which inevitably also gave the kids' universe cancer. So they have to fly to a 3rd session that is null, but still has the possibility to become a pregnant universe with their new safe seed, so that they can give their universal frog the ability to have a actual doorway to the next universe, which they will rule over as gods of the new domain. Okay, anyway. Homestuck sounds like a fever dream? That's because it is. How does the universe get cancer? Well, one of the characters writes a code that is so fucked up and so bad and so wrong that it actually rewrites the entire code for all of reality. What's funny is that it's not even his fault, technically. There's a character who thinks he's a coder and he's not. He actually sucks cock at it, but his buddy is a really good coder. And as an epic prank, his buddy writes a code that is so fucked, so evil and vile and nasty that it would give the entire universe cancer. However, he sends it to his bad coder buddy as a really epic little gaff, a little goof, if you would, and says, haha, I made this and it's real evil and bad. And his buddy's like, no, it isn't. It can't be that bad because you're not that good a coder in the first place, because he's a jealous bitch. He's like, I'm gonna run the code to prove it. And the other guy's like, wait, no, don't do that. It is actually that bad. I was just fucking around. Please don't run that code. But the moron sent it to maybe the most petty, petulant asshole in the universe, whose whole business is being a cantankerous pile of shit, who will always do what you tell him not to do. So he does run the code, and he does give the universe cancer. And his other buddy's like, why'd you do that? And then the other guy's like, well, why'd you send it to me? You know I'm a piece of shit. And everything goes down from there. So now you know. Hey, no problem. I'm here to help. Thanks for 2 months, by the way. Can we please go back to talking about Pokemon or cons or anything else? Congratulations. Ding, 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 ding. That's right, baby. You just won the award for... I'm going to be talking about Homestuck for the rest of this stream, because you asked me to talk about anything besides Homestuck. Fool. Fool. I'm gonna head out. Then be gone, peasant! Can you talk about Homestuck more? No. No, I won't. No, I won't. I don't know if I want to go this way or not. Should I go back and heal?
I did not see any new class designs. And I'm not gonna look. Of course my Pokemon team has names. They're named for the axe holes. What's my class spec? When I was a totally mentally healthy, totally stable teen, I was a Knight of Doom. I don't know what I am anymore.
I definitely didn't have a martyr complex.
How long does it take to read the whole thing? I don't know. It's longer than the Bible. Good luck. Have fun. If you're petty and angry like I was, it's less than a week. And how did you like that webcomic that you read in less than a week? I liked it, which made me more mad. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. All right, we're back in it. We've got our Pidgey leveled up. Is there a world in which I should level up my Caterpie and my Rattata as backups before I go in here? That double level 7 Weedle kind of scared me a little bit. Borrow, thank you for the 5 gifted. Chips! That's crazy, Nunu. I don't think I've ever reread Homestuck, and I don't think I ever will, really. Well, no, that's not true. I've gone through the first couple chapters a few times now. But rereading the whole thing just seems really heavy, and honestly, I don't know if it would hold up to my memory of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and level up. I'm gonna go ahead and level up my Caterpie a few times. At least my Caterpie. I would love to get it to a Butterfree, but I don't think that's gonna happen because then I'd be a little too close to the sun before I get to Brock's gym. And we definitely don't want to fly too close to the level cap. But I do want to hit a level where I can, you know, feasibly survive a bad trainer battle if something goes wrong. I want to safe swap in. I do agree. I like the game. I do like the game and coding aspects much more than most of the rest of it. Honestly, my favorite part of Homestuck is probably John first kind of getting familiar with the land of Wind and Shade. I think that's like the part that feels the most magical to me. And that visual has never really left my mind. I still have like probably an unhealthy obsession with the aesthetics of a very like black and teal world. With like a night sky above it. Like my favorite part of not Undertale, I'm sorry. Yeah, Undertale is definitely that area that looks like that before the waterfall where you fight Undine or whatever, because it reminds me of the Land of Wind and Shade. Just banger vibes all the way down. Oh yeah, Butterfree evolves at 10, not 12. You're right. I could probably jump up to a Butterfree real quick and teach myself Gust. I think that Rattata's faster than me, and I'm running the risk of getting crit, so let's do a little quick swap. I don't think Butterfree gets absorbed in this game. I think Butterfree gets Gust, Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, things like that. And if I get Compound Eyes, I'm in a really good position. If I don't get Compound Eyes, I am in a very gambling position, which if you know anything about my luck, is not a good position for me to be in, but I'll try. Would you unironically recommend that someone reads Homestuck nowadays? Yeah, with a grain of salt, yes. Yes, I would. If you like isekai, Homestuck is the best isekai you can consume. If you don't care to read a story, a coming-of-age story about a bunch of very flawed characters and a bunch of very, like, probably not like up to modern standard morality amongst like a bunch of 12-year-olds who talk like 12-year-olds did in the 2000s on the internet. Probably don't read it because they're gonna be dicks and they say some pretty not okay stuff. But they grow and they learn, and that's cool. It is a product of its time, yeah. If you really like it, maybe I'll read it. No. Do not read Homestuck because I liked Homestuck. Read Homestuck because you want to. Otherwise, do not. Yay, withdraw! My plus defense stat finally coming in clutch. You're right, Zendikar. You're right. Also true, Chalk Warrior, the world building's pretty fucking banger. I never picked up my running shoes from my mom, did I? Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh, gamers. Let's go back and get my running shoes real quick. I forgot. Oh, wait. I don't think you get those from your mom in this game, do you? Never mind. Never mind. We're going to be here for a minute grinding out Caterpie levels and Rattata levels, so hold on to your butts. What's your guys' wish for Pokemon Wind and Waves? Mine's that we finally get a legendary bug. Ugh. Does not look like a PS2 game? All right. Let's try to be realistic here. Let's not mess around, guys. Come on. For them to make it good, come on, guys. We gotta try to keep our expectations where they belong. I want Gekko to not be on 2 legs in the final Evo. Same. I want to be forced to use a new Pokemon until post-game like Black and White. Fun fact, I agree, actually. I very much agree. I want them to release it on the 3DS. All right, well, I don't know about that, but we'll see. Gaxies, you just don't hit very hard, do you? I want more difficulty. I agree with that as well, actually. I do agree. I want more difficulty. Ow! Why'd you hit my turtle? I would like to see Brouts. Okay, so here's my hope for Brout. If I'm going to pick Brout, and I almost always pick the Grass Starters, but I really don't like Brout's first form. The only way Brout's first form is going to work for me is if the leaves on its eyebrows get really bushy and long and start to look like really old wise owl like eyebrows that droop down on the sides, sort of like a mustache above his eyes, and his beak turns into a long like root like drill beak. If that happens, I'm using Brout. But if not, not interested. If they put Brout on 2 legs, I swear to God. Hey, you guys know that birds only have 2 legs, right? Hey guys, let's back up a few steps for a second. Now, I agree that I don't like humanoid Pokemon, but you guys do know that birds don't have more than 2 legs, right?
I'm just making sure we're on the same biological page for a moment. Now, if you want Brout to turn into a griffin, I'm in for it. But let's wait a minute. If Brout turned into a vulture, I'd be down. I'd be super down if Brout turned into a vulture. That'd be so cool. Turn Brout into one of those really cool, like, what is it? The red vultures, the ones with the cool red crests. Oh, that'd be sick. It wouldn't make any sense, but it'd be cool as hell. Oh, not the big crit. Are they called red-headed vultures? Okay, I thought it was a bearded vulture, but it might be the red-headed vulture. You might be right. Ooh, Shubit would be cool too. You know what? I thought I was really gonna like Fuecoco. I was excited to finally be picking a fire type over a grass type. I'm not gonna lie though, I really don't like Fuecoco's final form. I think it's too busy. It's way too busy. It's got too many concepts. I don't think they were tied together well. I get that it's going for like that sort of Dios de Muertes like thing or whatever, and the bird and the singing and the microphone stand. It's too much all at once. I'm like, it just doesn't work. The design's too busy. The colors are too busy. It doesn't work. Skeledirge is okay. He's over-designed. I think Quaquable is also over-designed. I agree. Dang, this Caterpie is weak. Ah! Ow, dude. Can you stop critting every Pidgey I fight, brother? They're full of crits. Hey, man, nice hat. What hat? What do you mean? Where? Meowscarada's okay. I much prefer the second form. I like Sprigatito. I love Sprigatito's second form. It's so cool. It's so scrappy. Meowscarada's a little bit... Meowscarada's okay. I like Meowscarada's abilities. I like the weird floating... the weird floating grass thing's a little bit out there for me. I don't know how I feel about that. It doesn't communicate like Magician to me very much, but I get what they were trying to go for. I will say the stupid fucking thigh highs are definitely a little bit like, okay, why did we bother with this? What's going on? But I think it's just slightly over-designed too. They're all a little over-designed. Skeledirge is by far the worst offender. Dude, Floragato is such a good design. I'm French. Don't get me started on the way it was done in Gen 6. Oh, no. Everybody hates the way their, like, areas were done. Hey, listen, man. They did the American Gen, and they threw... They said, what's starter? Give him a pig. What's your idea for a legendary bug? Like Mothra? Nah. I want, like, a giant ghost centipede or something. But we already did a centipede, so I guess we can't do that. I think a legendary bug for me would either be a Pokemon. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's my idea for a legendary bug. I would like either Bug Dragon or Pure Bug. However, I want them to give it a passive that makes it so that every bug weakness is a resistance. That would be pretty busted, but it would be funny. My goal for a bug-type legendary would be a legendary that espouses evolution as an ideal, which is to say that I think that Pokemon is a game that is inherently about evolution.
obviously. It was also inspired by the original artist's like childhood of going out and catching bugs in the Japanese countryside, and how fascinated he was with both capturing them, but also the way they evolve, which is why all Pokemon evolve. Also, if you look at bugs in modern media and franchises, especially if you look at bugs in like sci-fi, usually their whole fucking shtick is that they evolve rapidly, too rapidly to keep up with, and that's how they win. So like the Zerg from StarCraft evolved too rapidly to keep up with. The Tyranids from Warhammer evolved too rapidly to keep up with. The idea behind bugs in media is typically their power is how quickly they can change to meet a challenge or a situation. And since Pokemon is also all about evolution and bugs are all about evolution, I feel the bug legendary should be the evolution Pokemon. God damn, another crit on the exact same attack, the exact same turn. Holy moly. So I think whatever it is, it needs to be a bug that evolves its second type to suit the battle, essentially. Its first type should always be bug. Its second type should evolve to like resist whatever it's fighting. And I think it should be a Pokemon that has a different form for every secondary type. I think that would be cool as hell. So bug type Eevee? No. Not permanent evolutions. It evolves per battle. It's reactionary evolution. I see that level 2 Pidgey and I say that's bait. That's bait. It's going to crit me on its first attack. Kind of like Protean. Yeah, like Protean, but better. Kind of like the Tyranids, 40k, no? Yeah, exactly what I said. Like the Tyranids. Or like the Zerg for StarCraft. Castform? Yeah, like Castform if Castform didn't fucking suck. I'd be down for a Bug Dragon too. If they didn't want to do all that, Bug Dragon's fine by me. Give me a Bug Dragon, finally. I know this part is really dull, but trust me, this is to prevent us from having a devastating wipe to some dumb trainer. So we're going to keep doing this for a little bit. What if it had an ability that changes weaknesses / resistances every turn? That would be kind of fun, but you would need a way to control that ability. Or not. I mean, it would be an interesting gimmick. If you couldn't control it, it would feel more legendary, as in, like, you, the trainer, are not enough to stop the rapid evolution of this bug. But competitively, it would be completely useless and unviable if that was how it worked. If you didn't have a way to manipulate how it changes typings. Oh, yeah, I guess Eevee is the evolution Pokemon, you're right. Yeah, Moody 2.0. Bleh. What if it stole its secondary type from its first KO? So my initial idea was maybe like a sort of Silkworm style Pokemon that either wore its exoskeleton as battle armor or like used an exoskeleton as bait to lure other Pokemon in. And then whatever hit that exoskeleton the first turn, it gained a resistance to that type. And also didn't take damage for that turn. So basically an advanced form of Mimikyu's disguise ability. Obviously, this allows a lot of counterplay because you could just have coverage to hit it with something that you don't care it resists from, but it would also allow a smart trainer and smart double battler to either use something like Follow Me or a good swap in to catch a move that you didn't want to take and also a valuable resistance to gain. I think it would have like interesting counterplay, but also interesting like utilization in the hands of a good trainer. Fake out? Yeah, fake out. But I mean, fake out is like ruined the competitive meta since forever anyway, so who cares? What's another thing that gets ruined by fake out, right? Hit your own bug in the double to trigger the type swap. Yeah, why not? What's my least favorite bug type? Genesect. Let's go! First evolution! Wah! Let's go! That's right, baby. Gaxes has become the big ol' metal pod. Not really, but a metapod, which is great. Love that. Let's get a regional variant of metapod that's steel type. Yippee! May I ask your opinion on my favorite Charger Bug? I love Charger Bug. My only problem with Charger Bug is that using Vikavolt or Galvantula is... I have to choose between the two. And I'm always going to choose Galvantula because it's a giant electric tarantula, and that's really cool. Even though it's probably the worst of the two. So, sad, but it is what it is. Snom is okay. I do not like Frostmoth. Thank you for the soup. Swadlin's alright. Yeah, Swadlin's cool. My dream is to have a full spider team in Pokemon one day. I would love to have a full spider team. I mean, right now we've got what? Araquanid, Galvantula, Ariados. That's about it. What the hell? Hold on. What is that? Well, that was weird. That was not a phone call, nor was it any notification that popped up. My phone just decided to make a noise. No alarm, no call, no message. Cool. Oh, Spidops. That's true, Spidops, yeah. Gaxies, please! You literally just evolved. You cannot be missing on me on first turn. This is your chance not to suck, please! Thank you for the crit. Now I gotta swap you out because you got double tail whipped. What is happening? Who the hell is this? Somebody at gmail.com is calling me with a video call. Who the fuck are you? Well, that was weird. Anyway, I muted it. Rabska is the psychic spider from Scarlet Violet. I thought Rabska was a dung beetle.
I want to play a game, Crimzon Rulez.
Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. Scarlet Violet on Switch 2. I probably should try to reapproach that game. I never beat it. I wasn't feeling it. Gaxies, you have to do more damage. It's like training a Magikarp. Low kicks is really cool. I like low kicks a lot. I think people slept on low kicks. I think low kicks is unironically a very good Pokemon. My main problem with Scarlet Violet is I don't actually like the open world formula for Pokemon. I don't think it makes a good open world game. I'm not looking forward to Wind and Waves being an open world game. I'm going to still enjoy it, I'm sure. I love Pokemon, but I really wish it was just more of a linear experience. But it is what it is. What if the bug legendaries are reverse wishy-washy, they're stronger as the swarm builds? I'd be really cool with a bug legendary that like focuses on a swarm skill, like a hive or a hive mind even skill. Either a bug that like gets more power the more bugs are on your team, or a bug that each turn gets stronger and your main goal is to try and wipe it off the map. So whoever's playing its main goal is to keep it there with things like protect, or stalling with like follow me, or stalling with ally switch, or things like that would be really cool. I'd be down for that. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you could catch a Caterpie outside the forest. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of, I think I'm done with open world games. I like it a lot in survival games, but in regular games, especially things like, let's say, like Pokemon, Zelda, a lot of games that would just benefit from having like a more condensed or more directed narrative. I think I just don't. I think I'm just kind of done with the open world trend. It's all often just so empty and so unfulfilled. A lot of my problem with open world games is they don't throw enough stuff in there that is just there to be there and make the world feel alive. And this isn't just a Pokemon or a Zelda problem. I think it's just most open world games just kind of only ever have things there that are there to serve the player. And that kind of feels less open to me, right? So, like, recently I've been playing an okay amount of Vintage Story on my free time. And I've been looking at the new Zomboid update. And one thing I really appreciate about both of those games is the amount of shit that is in that game that is not useful. It's just there. It's just there to exist and fill out the world and feel cool. Like, not everything is something you could pick up and use just because it's there. And I think that really adds to an open world environment, including NPCs that are not there to give you a quest, or just like people going about their business and living their lives without like having to specifically answer to how that influences you as a character. Ugh, constantly swapping. I think Ocarina of Time hits a healthy middle ground because it's semi-open. I like that style, but Ocarina of Time is not really an open world, let's be honest. Ocarina of Time has a pretty linear approach. There's like one segment where you can choose which two temples to do. Other than that, it's a pretty closed world, and that's fine. I think that's good. Whoa, you can roll dice in the new Zomboid update? Let's go. Also, thank you for the soup, Zuna. I do like Ocarina of Time having the Hyrule Field open hub segment, and I wouldn't mind more open world segments. My hope for the new Ocarina of Time remake is that they add a bunch of content, and I would love if it was non-linear and didn't affect the story's like main progression. My dream for the remake would be a ton of new content, but if you wanted to, you could play through the game the exact same way without engaging with any of it in roughly the same amount of time. Would be super cool. I'd be super down for that. But I do definitely want more content. I do not just want a graphical overhaul for the game. We already had that on 3DS, and it was very good. And I'm sorry, but like the Unreal 5 engine like update is not going to add anything to the art style. I'm cool with it if they want to add more content alongside that artistic decision. But I think just giving it like the fucking Final Fantasy Advent Children coat of paint isn't going to make it a better game. Wow, Gaxie's first solo win, besides that Kakuna that couldn't fight back. Well, Jones, man, I don't know if I feel like Light Temple should be right at the start of adulthood, but it wouldn't be a bad way to kind of introduce you to Adult Link and maybe give you a new item to use, even if it's not super relevant or super useful in the other dungeons. It could also just be something you add right before you go into Ganon's castle instead of, like, at the beginning. You could add it at the end. Ooh, Light Temple post-game challenge would be kind of cool. That'd be fun. I would love a post-game Ocarina of Time. That'd be really cool. Or a post-game bridge between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask would be fun. And then that could be a really... Talk about a banger way to set up Majora's Mask remake. If you decided to do a Majora's Mask remake, if you had a, like, post-game bridge between the two. What a fucking insane way. What a crazy advertisement that would be. I don't think Zelda does post-game now. And understandably, it's a tight narrative, but at this point, we're like... We've all played Ocarina of Time. We know. Like, it's fine if they want to do a post-game. I do prefer Ocarina of Time being like a closed linear narrative, but I think at this point, everybody's already played the closed linear narrative version. If they're going to remake it anyway, take a risk. Also, did I miss another fucking tackle? Come on, man. Gaxies, you got to pull it together, brother. They'd have to set it up so you could run that part of the game without Navi. That's all right. I do half my battle without ever using Navi. It's cool. If I've learned anything from the Souls games, it's that not locking onto your opponent is, like, I'd say 70% of the time the right choice. Don't lock onto your enemies. Just free aim it. Remember, kids, if it's not 100% accurate, it's 50% accurate. And if you're Crimzon Rulez, that's 20% accurate. so lucky with your unlucky clause. Don't worry. The fact of the matter is, my lack of luck has made me so cautious that I now play around luck, so luck can't be a factor. If anything, it's become an advantage. He's doing 3 damage, so a crit should do 6 or 8 at worst, so I should win. Okay. Yippee! Level 8! Unlucky's a mindset, it's not real. You know, I used to believe that too, and I've fervently held on to that for most of my life as a man of facts, as a man of science, as a man of the world. But I'm beginning to laugh so much at my bad luck that I'm starting to think there is a deity that has it out for me. I'm starting to think bad luck may be possibly somehow real. I think maybe it's not bad luck, it's just chaos theory, and chaos theory says that if anything can happen, it will happen or whatever, that there's always a universe where something has happened that seems incredibly unlikely, and I think somebody just had to have incredibly unlikely levels of things going wrong for them or desire sensor problems, and I think maybe I'm that guy. Maybe it's not luck as in like a malevolent magical force more than I just happen to be the statistical error. Or it could be that there's a malevolent entity that I somehow spurned. Maybe Lady Luck is my spurned lover. Maybe I've done something wrong. I'm so close to getting level 10 Butterfree, please. I need Butterfree to back me up in the forest to beat up the bugs. Sand attack? What's wrong with you? The strongest move in the game and you're gonna use that against me? Oh, you think you're so clever, huh? Well, smart guy, you know what can't miss? Harden, go! My eyes! Haha, still got you, idiot. How are you still doing 3 damage? I've hardened twice. All right, I'm leaving. Ow! Stop! Don't tackle my Pidgey. Cat thistles hurt. Stop! Running up and down in the grass until I step on a rat. What's up? Hi, my name's Gaxies. Die. This is peak content, in case you're wondering. This is what being a streamer is. It's spamming the A button in tall grass until you hit level 10 on your Butterfree because you're terrified of going in and fighting a Weedle. You know what else I would like in the new Pokemon game? I hope the Route 1, like, normal type is really cool. I really want to like it. Ow, 6 damage? Brother, you're level 5. Okay, well, fair enough. See you later. Ow! It's going to be a boring real-life mammal, but a funky color, and you'll deal with it. Yeah, but that can be cool. I can be okay with that. Zigzagoon, peak. That's right up there. That's awesome. I'm fine with that, if it's cool. Oh, and Poochyena. Not even a normal type, but still banger. Poochyena, chef's kiss. Why am I getting level 5s out here suddenly? Get these guys out of my face. You'll never run out of boring mammals. The world's full of boring mammals. Hoenn does have some of the best Pokemon. Very true. Ooh, a Pokemon based on a main wolf would be really cool. I'd be down for that. A dude. Listen, if they want to release like a little golem looking fucking freak and call him a dude as their Route 1 normal type, I'm in. Sign me up. I find Lechonk kind of charming. I didn't think I would, but somehow Lechonk grew on me. You gotta stop critting, Pidgey. Come on. It's every time, dude. I just want my Metapod to be healthy after one fight. After one fight! Why you bully? Also, I want more bear Pokemon. Ursaring is not enough, and Urshifu doesn't even count. That's just a furry. There's so many bears in the world. Give me more bear Pokemon. I guess there's Pancham. That's all right. Why am I missing? Why am I missing? No sand attack has hit me. There's a 5% chance to miss tackle, and I have to have missed at least 4 tackles now. Easily. Yeah, I guess there's Cubchoo, but Cubchoo kind of sucks. Oh, red panda Pokemon would go crazy. The Stuffle Liner Bears? Says who? That's not a roll I'm willing to take. That could be a crit. Bye! Spinda's not a bear. That's a stuffed animal. Nice try. An Orca Pokemon could be cool. That's also the first battle Jimbo's seen. Crazy. Spinda literally has panda in his name. No, it doesn't. It has duh in his name. Spin. Duh. Is Teddy Ursa a teddy or a bear? That's a bear. Also, give me a stoat. I want a stoat. More weasels. Oh. Oh. We're getting so close to level 10. Ooh, a tardigrade bug type would be cool. Bug water. Mmm. A hummingbird would be cute, yeah. Ow! What's Whismer? Whismer is not a bear. Whismer's a fucking... I don't know. Whismer's like a Ralph Bakshi character. Like, come on. Whismer's straight out of Jim Henson's fucked up laboratory. Which I do want more just creature Pokemon. That would be cool. Just creatures that aren't based on anything. They're just fucked up little guys. That'd be banger. I love me some jacked up mammals, don't get me wrong. But like actual creature Pokemon, it's kind of hard to get past that. That's peak, dude. That's really cool. Please no more man-made object Pokemon. They've grown on me a little bit. I used to be so vehemently against them. I used to hate man-made object Pokemon. I've gotten past it a little bit. Like I've learned to like Klefki and Vanillux or whatever. They're fine. They're okay. I get it. But I do find them a little bit creatively bankrupt sometimes. My main problem with man-made object Pokemon is that they are just there to like fill out the world in a way that feels a little bit boring and also kind of just, I don't know. It feels like, okay, well, why would that Pokemon look like this object? Like Trubbish. Why would it look like a trash bag? What did it look like before humans invented trash bags? Did it adopt the look of a human invention? Why does that exist? No, Rotom is the worst version of that. I can't fucking stand Rotom. Maybe bottom 5 Pokemon. Bottom 3, I would say. Rotom is down there at the very bottom. I might hate Rotom more than I hate anything else. I think Rotom might be one of the worst things to happen to Pokemon. Is that just because of its overexposure? No, it's because it's so fucking boring and cheap and such a cop-out to everything in the Pokemon universe that could be cool. Look at the original Pokedex. Look at the original Pokedex. Oh, never mind. It's not in here. Anyway, just trust me. Trust me, all right? The Pokedex is cool. It looks cool. It's interesting. It's goofy. It's a little bit of goofy Dragon Ball Z looking tech or whatever. It's got a unique design. It's unique to the Pokemon universe. Look at Pokeballs. Even cell phones had the potential to be cool in the Pokemon universe, except everything in the Pokemon universe is just Rotom tech now for some reason. Everybody's got a Rotom phone. Everybody's got Rotom headsets. Everybody's got Rotom cars. Everybody's got Rotom fridges. I'm so sick of seeing Rotom everywhere, but it's not just the overexposure. It's just that it's lazy. It's to save the designers from having to actually design anything that could be unique or interesting. Why am I wearing a Rotom headpiece when I could be wearing something interesting like an Electivire headpiece or something? You know what I mean? I can't stand like Rotom being in every game, and also I hate him because he reminds me of Omochao. I don't need some stupid fucking like tutorial bot telling me everything I already know about Pokemon constantly, and then also piping up like he's supposed to be charming when he's just fucking annoying. Also, how do Rotoms feel about it is right. Rotom will remember this. I'm sorry, Rhoda. I'm sorry. I'm a Rotom hater. You have to understand. It's evil, all right? It is evil to take this Pokemon, force it to possess your technology, and then just tell it to do whatever you want anytime. Rotom knows your search history, brother. Rotom has been in your computer. Rotom knows that you misspelled the word, like, tomorrow 67 times in a row. Rotom knows that you Googled the mole on your ass. And Rotom can't escape this terrible fate. Worse than that, Rotom is a sentient, language-speaking, fully autonomous, intelligent being with human-level intellect or more, and he just has to do whatever you tell him whenever you want. I missed again on a 5% again. Rotoms are going to rebel one day? I sure hope so. Rotom could become Am one day for real. I hope they do. Humanity deserves it for what they're doing to the Rotom, man. I liked Rotom when Rotom was just a ghost that was like a goofy, spooky, haunted house joke where it was like possessing random furniture or odds and ends and appliances. That was Rotom at Rotom's most interesting. Rotom has now become a mascotified, like, anything that is technology also needs to be Pokemon? Well, hold on. We've got one for that. And it's just everything that is tech has to be a Rotom. It has to be a Rotom phone. It has to be a Rotom headset. It has to be a Rotom TV. It has to be a Rotom fucking smart car. I'm sick of it. Also, I'll be honest, there's a second part of Rotom that I hate, and it's a personal thing. I hate Pokemon being sentient. I can't stand it, dude. I know, I just missed another tackle, by the way, but so did Rattata, so I guess it's even. But every first tackle ever, Gaxes has a hidden passive. Gaxes has to miss the first tackle, even though, once again, it is only a 5% chance. A 5% chance to miss. Every first tackle will miss. Somehow. I don't give a shit. Bro has no legs? Well, roll, motherfucker. You no tackle. Get over there. Yeah, I'm kind of sick of the implication that everything humans exploit and use has to be a Pokemon. I feel like it's kind of antithetical to their, like, environmentalist theming that they were going for a while. But anyway, my main problem with Pokemon, especially Rotom, because he's indicative. He's just kind of like he is the symptom of the wider disease in Pokemon, which is I do not like the concept of Pokemon being sentient creatures. I think that it is incredibly fucked up, especially if you read any of the Pokedex entries. It's really weird. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it again. If an Ariados is a sentient creature and is eating other sentient creatures that are bugs, that's fucked up and evil. That is not okay. And you allowing that as a trainer is fucked up and evil and not okay. So Rotom being this stand-in for like a human level intellect in your smartphone that is trapped in there for all eternity doing your bidding feels real weird. I accept Mewtwo because Mewtwo's a standout Pokemon that like is legendary. I can like pass the legendaries as, you know, they are human level intellect or above because they're actual, you know, deific entities. That's fine. What do we even eat? You can't even be vegan because the plants are sentient. Exactly, Terrible Bear. You can't eat onions. That's a fucking oddish. No, it's okay. They like being eaten because they're Pokemon. Nobody's sad in Pokemon. That's a good point. I forgot that they had a vor fetish. Canonically, all Pokemon do. That's actually in the Pokedex too, if you look it up. They're all about it, dude. Joms, thank you for 16 months. Says, question for the masses. Better original Pokemon or better alternative versions of existing Pokemon? Personally, I prefer OG Pokemon, but those Alolan Vulpix and Galarian... Oh, hold on. And Galarian Ponyta are my loves. Galarian Ponyta goes insane. I'm kind of mid on Vulpix, but Galarian Ponyta is insanely cool. I love it. Ow. Anyway, the point is, my problem with Rotom is largely my problem with Pokemon as a franchise, and I get that like the actual answer to my problem exists, and it's a real answer, and it's a valid answer, and the answer is thus. Are you ready? I'm going to give you the answer to my disconnect with my mental from Pokemon. The answer is, it's not that deep, bro. And I hate when people say that shit because it's usually just a lazy way to say I'm not going to think about it. But the reality is, it's not that deep. It's a game for children, marketed towards children. And it is just the idea of like, wouldn't it be cool if all these like cool, fantastical creatures were your best friends? I get it. I understand. However, children aren't stupid. And you can also give children nuance in the settings that they consume. I consumed original Pokemon and the original Pokemon, like, Pokedex entries. You know, I played Ocarina of Time when I was a kid. I played Dark Souls and shit like that. Like, children do not necessarily have to deal with settings that hold their hands forever and have no, like, friction or issues. But at the end of the day, it is a completely valid answer to say it's not that deep, bro. It's a kid's franchise, and if they want to make it like hyper friendly and goofy and take out any sort of like ecosystem and just assume that all Pokemon are best friends and don't fight each other except to go on fun battles, that's understandable. I get it. However, the problem I have with it is they've already established that that is not the case. They have, in the original Pokemon games, established that this is an ecosystem. These are animals. They consume each other. There is a food chain. There's a pecking order. And to take that away just makes it an inherently more boring universe to me. So that's my issue with Rotom. Rant over. Sorry, I got really into it. I'm super focused on grinding right now, so I'm not thinking much about anything else. You better believe it, Esper Duchess! I am the Bug Lord, and I appreciate that. Well, Chalk Warrior says, some Pokedex entries still discuss Pokemon hunting other Pokemon at least. Honestly, that's almost more frustrating to me. It's being wishy-washy. They want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to be like, oh, all Pokemon are best friends. They don't hurt each other. And like, you know, this Galvantula is definitely your best friend and wouldn't eat you in your sleep if you let him out of his Pokeball for too long. But also, Pokemon definitely are still wild animals somehow, sort of. Like, dude, just make a decision. Make an assessment. Either it's super kid-friendly and they're not dangerous and they don't hurt each other and they won't hurt you, or they're animals, and the potential for them to hurt each other and you is there. Ow. Not another crit, please. I'm so close to level 10, dude. I'm so close to being done. Let me out, please. Yeah, I think an interesting take would be to separate the franchise into two, like, divergent timelines. You know, have your franchise for Pokemon that is largely for children, is super, like, kid-friendly and stuff. You know, you're, like, ironically, the Pokemon games that I think are going to be marketed to children almost never are. Like, Pokopia has a lot of, like, weirdly dark and melancholy themes in it that confronts a lot of issues in the Pokemon universe, and the idea of, like, what happens to Pokemon when people are gone if they're sentient, and, like, what happens when their trainers disappear or humanity dies out, what happens if environmentalism doesn't work out. But Pokopia looks like a game that should be marketed to children. However, I think if they just separated the franchise into two different, like, routes, one is largely marketed to children, is super friendly and, like, lovable and fun, and one becomes sort of more of a Monster Hunter route where it's not, like, dark and edgy for the sake of being dark and edgy. I'm not asking you for a game where Pokemon eat trainers and it's like a horror game. I'm just saying, like, leaning a little bit into the sort of, like, natural ecosystem and the sort of, like, speculative biology of Pokemon would be fun and kind of cool. Yeah, the problem with Pokemon, Alistair, is that it's basically D&D. It's Dungeons and Dragons. It wants to be everything for everybody. And so it kind of fails everybody in a small way. That's like a lot of defense drops, but also Rattata's attack is so low, I'm not, like, incredibly worried about it. Good point, Lodenier. I didn't think about that. The problem is capitalism, isn't it always? Isn't it always? It's like Scooby-Doo, dude. You pull the mask off, that's always the fucking problem. All right, brother. Gaxies has finally become useful. We did it! Yes, and look at how cute! I love Butterfree. Often when I discuss this about Pokemon, by the way, I get the rebuttal like, oh, but like your favorite type is bug type. You don't want them to be sentient? Wouldn't your bugs just attack you? I'm like, yeah, dude. You think if I own a pet tarantula, I think that tarantula loves me? That tarantula would eat my ass if it was my size. If I was that tarantula size, he would eat me. And I'm okay with that. That's the difference between me and you, brother. I can love something I know doesn't love me back because I love unconditionally. I love because I love the creature, not because I expect it to return that love. Like, yeah, I know my Ariados would eat me if I left it alone in my bedroom at night and I fell asleep and it thought I was dead. Fuck yeah, it would. That's okay, man. That's the relationship we have. It might not even have to think I'm dead. So true, brother. So true. Might not even have to think I was dead. It might just be like, you know what? You look tasty today. All right, let's check if we got Compound Eyes. I would love Compound Eyes. Since Gaxies apparently misses on a 5%, we're going to need it. Please, Gaxies, please. Everybody cross your fingers. Everybody prayer. Hold hands together. Rosaders, hold claws. We're going to go into a prayer circle right now. Are you ready? I'm going to check. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Yippee! We did it, baby! We've got a useful Butterfree on the team. Let's go! Yeah! All the grinding was worth it. It might be a slow Butterfree, and that's a problem. But that's a problem for later. What matters is that my Butterfree is useful. Yippee! All right, let's go buy a few more antidotes before we head on in. Still somehow misses tackle? Almost certainly. If anybody could, it would be me. So with compound eyes increasing accuracy by like what? Is it like 30%, I think? So I think sleep powder becomes a 92% accurate move, right? Or is it 97? Hold on. 75%, 97, 75%, 30% of 75%. 30% of 75% should be 22-ish. So yeah, it should be 97. Almost 100% is still missable. You got to remember, if it's not 100%, it's 20% for me. Oh, Compound Eyes is Butterfree's only ability in Gen 3. Well, that makes Butterfree incredibly good. I love you, Butterfree. Well, the problem with Beedrill is that Beedrill is objectively worse than Butterfree in Gen 3 Jaded Shadow, mostly because there's no bug moves. At all. Like, at all. So the bug poison typing really doesn't come in handy at all, where Confusion, Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, Butterfree just brings so much more to the table. I also love Beedrill. I have not picked back up Pokemon Champions yet, but I insist on getting to Champion tier or Master Ball tier using a Mega Beedrill. I will not take the Beedrill off my team. I'm using a full bug team. Mega Beedrill is one of the headliners, and I don't care if there's other Megas out there that are better. Don't give a shit. Mega Beedrill will be with me when I get to Master Ball tier, or I won't make it to Master Ball tier. Is it Twin Needle a bug move? I believe Twin Needle is a bug move that does 20 base power in this game and has a chance to miss. I think it's 85% accurate, meaning you have a move that is weaker than Tackle with a chance to miss. So, it sucks. True, it could also poison, which would be useful if I was an NPC and they had to run back to the Pokemon Center, but in most Pokemon fights, poison means quite literally nothing. I love double battles. I think they're more interesting than singles by far, but I think that I like the singles format in Nuzlocke. I think double battles, while more strategic, are also more volatile, and a Nuzlocke would be incredibly hard in a doubles-only format. I won the last battle of Pokemon Crystal with a poison hit before. Oh, I believe you. Don't get me wrong, poison's cool, and I like poison, and it's come in clutch and saved me a couple times. I'm just saying it's very unreliable. I do plan to catch a Paris at some point during this run. I'm trying to gimmick the game so that I catch everything that I could catch in Mount Moon before I get there, so that I am guaranteed the Paris catch due to the no dupes clause. I just have to make sure I have no feints before I get there.
did you know that Pokemon evolve?
No, tell me more. Throws out my Butterfree. Tell me more, my friend. What do you know about this? We're meta planning. All right, guys, lock in. We're doing tackle for 5 hours. All right, everybody, buckle up. We're gonna be here. Oh yeah, I forgot to go back and catch my Route 22 catch. I should do that. You're right. I didn't catch anything there. I really just need to catch a Geodude and a Zubat, I think. And that's my best chance to get a Paris. Because I don't think it's likely I find a Clefairy or an Onix. Those are pretty low. Getting a Mankey would be huge, though. Mankey would be so cool. Yippee! Free XP, yay! That's a lot of free XP, too. I do get stab tackles. Do I think I win this? Let's test the waters a bit. It's pretty equivalent, honestly. If he goes for a string shot, any of these hits, I think I win. Unless he crits, of course. Okay, I think I win. Yippee! Free XP. Go, Jimbo! Speed leveling! Woohoo! Repels are allowed, yes. Jimbo about to jump 3 levels in one fight. We love that for you. We love that for you, bestie. Keep it going. If you land a crit, I'll give you 1 piece of cheese. 1 cheese for a crit, Jimbo. Jimbo, if you land a crit, I'll let you eat the alchemy the other trainer has. For free. Can I have a piece of cheese? No. Wait, did he just tackle me? I wasn't paying attention. No, I don't think so. Unless... Woo! Let's go, baby! Big XP for Jimbo. Our rat's becoming powerful. Yippee! Stab, quick attack. It's just better tackle. Should I go back to Route 22 real quick? I should, shouldn't I? All right, let's go. Fine.
Please give us the cheese.
No. Me looking down at you with disgust on my face? No. Quick tackle! Huh. Trying to slow me down, huh? What you might not know about me is that I'm as quick as a mouse. Yeah! It's about to be a... Jimbo turns to face the camera. Ratastrophe. Jimbo's level 7. Was level 4 when I started that fight, but that bug trainer let me grind free XP. Thank you, bug trainer. This is why bugs are the best. You know Jimbo wears fucking cool-ass commonest shades. You know it. You know it because of the one Mario mouse. The one who throws bombs or whatever. Mouser? Is his name Mouser? Hate that. That's a dumbass name for a mouse. I guess it can't be worse than Rattata. Yeah, my name's Humaner. What's up? My parents hated me. They didn't put me up for adoption, but only so they could keep me close enough to torment me more. And every single night, they would put me to bed by being like, ha ha, Humaner, what a dumbass name. Hey guys, let's go to Victory Road. I think it's time to challenge the Elite Four. Hey, Ruze. You're all to the Pokemon League? Forget about it. You probably don't have any badges, do you? The guard won't let you through without them. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Big Gert really throwing me a fucking curveball here, brother. Oh, at least all he's got is a Pidgey. Ah, level 9! Whoa, brother! Alright, hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, so he's probably got Gust, so I can't send out a bug type against him. But you know what I can do? Send him with a tail whip. Bah. Ah, my eyes! One more for the road. Yeah! Oh, that's a lot of damage. But you know what I have that you don't have? A turtle. Let's fucking go. Yeah, nice try, literally. Try this on for size. Tackle attack. Jimbo, I'll never forget your sacrifice. Thank you for shaking that fucking thing so Pidgey got weaker. Now he's distracted, and I can take him down. Ugh! Oh no! Bulbasaur? I'll have to swap out. This is the only way. This is the ultimate power. Ah! Try this on for size! Wow, it's super effective! Huh, you missed. Luckily, I don't have that problem. Because I have... Butterfree, turn around. Let me see your shades. Compound eyes. Ja! Oh, you just lucked out. That's all. I heard the Pokemon League is crawling with tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. Yeah, it's a good thing we spent all that time grinding, huh, guys? Lucky! Woohoo, my reflection. I'm a little scared to get into a fight now. I feel like I've taken a little bit too much damage. Well, Jimbo still got 12 HP. Maybe we'll be alright. Okay. Hello? May I challenge the Elite Four, please? One Pokemon Championship, please. Okay, never mind. Monkey. Just in case.
Sir, I have a fully evolved Pokemon that is on its 3rd evolution. I think I'm ready for the Elite Four.
All right, so we got a Mankey. No problem, brother. We do got to be a little scared of some of his attacks just because he has the opportunity to do fighting moves, which I do not resist because I'm part normal type. Please don't one-shot him. Please don't crit. All right, I know you love critting, Cat Thistle. Don't do it.
Let's go. It's Mankey time. Ja!
Yes!
Finally.
Mankey, big monkey Pokemon. Light and agile on its feet and ferocious in temperament. When angered, it flies into an uncontrollable frenzy.
Good to know. Just like me, brother. That's why I like it. Put that shit on my team. Put that shit on my team. Thanks. Who's it gonna be? Skyla! Or Skyla, depending on who you ask. I gotta start calling my Pokemon by their names, or I'll never get attached to them enough to truly feel pain when they perish. Welcome in, Nell Alexis. Haru. We got that fighting type for the Brock Gym. Let's go. I do feel a little bad because I feel like I'm never gonna level up Jimbo if I have Skyla on the team, just because, like, dude, I gotta get that Mankey ready to beat the brakes off some rocks. But we'll see. You never know. Oh, I forgot to change the icon. Hold on. Do 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 do. Bum bum bum. Ba na 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 na. Quite the squad we're going with here. Quite the squad. I've got a little turtle. I've got a butterfly. I've got what is supposedly a pigeon, but that's a fucked up pigeon. I've got a rat. And I got a monkey. A pig monkey, apparently. No, Jimbo, you're not just an HM multi-tool to me. You're a real boy.
Oh boy, I'm an eepy guy.
Where's the real star of the show? Where's the real MVP? Where's Paris? Whoops. Wrong Pokemon in front. Bye-bye, Caterpie. Sorry about that. They should let me start with a Paris. This isn't fair. You know what else I would like in Pokemon games? I think it would be kind of cool or whatever. I would like it if Pokemon games allowed you to do a non-protagonist mode, or maybe they could call it like region mode or something like that, where you play as like a trainer from the region, where instead of getting like a specialized starter Pokemon that's super rare, you just get whatever is near the town you start in. That'd be really cool, or whatever. Please don't poison me on your first poison sting with a 30% chance, please. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Then run, my bad. Yeah, I was actually, I'm the asshole for asking. Reddit, am I the asshole? I love poison when I'm doing it to someone else. Not when it's being done to me. Duh. That's the law of unequivalent exchange. Pay attention. Finally, the last bastion of Viridian Forest, the final gatekeeper.
Hey, wait up. What's the hurry? Why the rush?
Oh no! Jimbo! Watch out! Get down! Cat Thistle, go! Ah! Don't poison me on a 30% chance on your first poison sting!
Ha! Get crit. That's what you get for critting me. Good job, Jimbo. I'm proud of you, bud. That was the final bastion of Viridian Forest. Cringe! Valeria Roman, thank you for 28 months.
Hi! Welcome back! Hi! Ha! Hi!
Oh, clearly that name is Valeria, and I said Valerie Araman. I am a genius. Listen, I'm mad tired, brother. I've been awake for 50 hours. Bear with me. But welcome back. I'm blinking right now. Oh, dude, a Jigglypuff would go crazy. Aw, man, I have a thing after this, too. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I'm not, it's not 50 hours. I was kidding, I was kidding, I was kidding. What the fuck? No! What? No! Creep. That's very kind of you, Valeria. Very kind of you. Are you calling bug catchers hobbyists? Break out your best Pokemon right now. I swear to God, I'm gonna beat your ass in my butter for you. Have I caught anything on? Oh, have I caught anything on Route 2 yet? Oh, we never checked Skila's abilities and nature. Lax. 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 Oh, good. We'll take neutral. Wait. Plus defense minus special defense? I thought it was neutral. What the heck? Prevents sleep. Actually, that could be good on some switch ends, but meh. I don't think there's a lot of Pokemon that try to like hit you with sleep in this game, other than like Jigglypuff and Clefairy and maybe some sleep powder procs. Already have one. Dupe's Claws.
Nice try.
Docile, serious, bashful, and quirky are the neutral ones. Oh. I've got a question for you guys. Is there anything on Route 2 that I have not caught yet? Because if not, I may as well just move on. Water, thank you. I hope you're having fun as well.
You gotta be honest with me. Is there anything on Route 2 I haven't caught yet? Check the catch charts.
Oh, this is the one before Viridian Forest. Never mind. Bye-bye, Rattatas. Then I'm leaving. Jimbo is Lord of Route 2 then. Jimbo, I'm proud of you. Alright, so here's the thing. I'm about to go up against the Brock Gym. I could just sweep it with Squirtle, and I think maybe that's the move that I gotta go with. I think I gotta sweep it with Squirtle. I just don't have it in me to grind up levels on Mankey. I just don't. I just don't. If you had to design a bug-specific status condition, what would it be? I mean, there's technically infestation already, which keeps people from swapping out. But a bug-specific status condition. I would want positive status conditions, maybe. Something like Cocooned. That, like, gives you a 50% bonus defense increase if it's affecting your Pokemon.
No electric rats. Never.
Oh, you don't have any fighting moves yet? Ah, shit. All right, hold on. Let me check. I'm going to Google when Mankey gets a fighting move. Hold on. Level 9. Ah! Ooh, Karate Chop at level 15 is going to go big. Level 9 low kick is kind of brutal, dude. Ooh. I would also be down for a bug status effect, like either like Creepy Crawly, or you could call it Infestation if you wanted. But I think that might be a little bit aggressive. And there's also a move called Infestation. But if you had a status effect like that, it would be cool if it like just dropped accuracy passively by 20%. Or if you wanted to be an asshole, you could do 30%. Oh, I do wish I'd leveled Squirtle up a little bit more. Luckily, Geodude and Onix are both quadruple weak to water, and also they have incredibly bad special defense. So even with my low special attack, I should be able to sweep them no matter what, but we're gonna find out here in a moment. Woo, level 10. Dang. All right, let's swap it. Okay, defense curl's not going to mean anything to me just because I'm ignoring physical defense. We're just going straight into special attack. Here we go. Nah, I'm pretty sure Geodude's rock ground. See? What? It said low kick at level 9. It lied to me. It lied to me, and I find that very rude. I really want to switch to Skyla to get the extra XP here. I'm probably only going to catch a scratch. I don't think... You know, I think I can. I don't think Sandshrew at this level has any attack that does stab damage. That being said, level 6 is really low. It's asking for trouble. I'm gonna swap. We'll see. Yeah, that was asking for trouble. That could have been really nasty if you got the crit. All right, swap back. Unfortunately, Sandshrews only mono weak to water, so this is going to take a little bit, but that's all right. I might have looked at Bulbapedia. That was probably the problem, because I think it defaults to the newest moveset at the top, even though I typed in Gen 3. But that's life, brother. Sandshrew is so cute! When I was a kid, Sandshrew was my favorite Pokemon for a little bit, but that's probably just because he reminded me of Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, Laudnir, you have to understand, I literally held Skyla up into that trainer's face to get punched and then swapped back. Which I feel like is totally fair of me and a great way to raise my Pokemon. It's like when Peach in Smash Brothers parries with Toad. It's like that. It's fine. How close are you to leveling up? Actually, pretty close. Let's go get one more level on Skyla before we head into this gym, because I might be able to throw a quick low kick out and pop that Geodude. At least hurt it enough to get a safe swap in. The safe move here is just to not level Skyla and just go straight in with Squirtle and just like sweep with bubbles, so I don't have to take any damage on the swap in on Onyx. But I would love to get a little bit of XP on Skyla, just to get started on like getting them being a Pokemon that's going to be useful to me. There we go. Level 7's probably doable. I don't think I'm going to be faster than Geodude necessarily, especially if it's got like 4 levels up on me, but I should be okay to take one hit on Skyla and drop a big low kick back. And also, they might just lead with Defense Curl and give me a chance to drop 2 would be cool. And who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and I can just sweep Onyx with it too. If Skyla doesn't take any damage on the initial battle, I might be able to just get Onyx with double low kicks. Now, I think this might be the gen where Brock has Rock Tomb. I don't know for sure. I have not saved, by the way, so haha, wish me luck. I'll use my trusty drying pan as a frying pan. So, you're here. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. My rock-hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock-hard and have true grit determination. That's right. My Pokemon are all the rock type. You're going to challenge me knowing that you'll lose? That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then. Show me your best. All right, let's party, brother. Level 12? I thought you were level 11. All right, a 5 level difference might be a little extreme. We're gonna find out though. Yeah, I'm faster. Oh, it's a little extreme. Okay, this changes things a little bit. Let me think for a second. You know what? I'm going again. We fish for a crit. Again. Come on, Skyla, land a crit. Ah, dang. How much damage are we looking at? Ooh, 9 damage. A crit won't kill me. However, if Rock Tomb hits, it might have stab damage to take me out. Does fighting resist rock? I don't remember. Fighting doesn't resist very many things. Rock might be one of them. Which does give me a safe swap into Squirtle, because I know it won't throw a rock move. It'll probably just throw a tackle. Oh, it's neutral? Uh-oh. So I don't have a safe swap into Squirtle, and I don't have a safe swap into Pidgey. gonna go for a low kick. I think. Come on, land the crit, land the crit. You're so close, brother. Actually, okay, that buys me one more turn. Let's try again. Come on, Skyla. Come on, Skyla. Yeah, that's big. That's big XP, 5 level difference. Woo! Speed up, attack up. Okay, so I'm gonna... This is dangerous. I shouldn't do this. But I am going for a low kick here because Onyx is incredibly heavy. It has a very low offense stat, so I think I've... okay, only 7 damage. That was weaker than the Geodude. He's, like, really heavy. Now, if I get crit, I do lose, so I think I'm gonna swap out here. All right, Sakura, don't take a crit. Thank you. Easy win. Ow! Easy win. Go, 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 go! Apply the bubble slow. Go! Oh, never mind. You. Oh, Sakura, I love that. Thank you. You're such a hero. Skyla, Sakura, thank you for carrying me. You are the absolute goats, and by that I mean a turtle and a monkey / pig, I guess. Good job. Well done. Oh, baby, a crit! And a level 9 Skyla, just like that. One gym. One battle. 2 levels. And Sakura leveled up 2. That's big. I might have a negative special attack nature, but I'm still doing it. Yeah, you can learn water gun. Don't worry, brother. I got you. Bye-bye, Bubble. Hello, water gun. Never forget that Onyx has less base attack than an Oddish. It's very sad. I wish Onyx was good. I like Onyx a lot. I also like Steelix a lot. I took you for granted, and so I lost. You mean for granted? As proof of your victory, I confer on you this, the official Pokemon League Boulder Badge.
Whoa, Ruze received the Boulder Badge from Brock.
Just having the Boulder Badge makes your Pokemon more powerful. It also enables the use of the move Flash outside of battle. Of course, a Pokemon must know the move Flash to use it.
Give me all your money.
Wait, take this with you.
Thanks. An avocado.
It hurls boulders at your foe and lowers its speed. Okay, bye. I need a regional variant of Onyx that's actually really good. Just redistribute some of its defense into something. Or honestly, take away the speed stat, let it be good in Trick Room, and put that into attack or something. Bro, the Pokopia Onyx, like, getting ready to fucking end it all was crazy.
Yep.
Saving. Do not turn off power. I've saved my game. All right, gamers. And just like that, we've beaten our first gym. We did a lot of grinding. We did a lot of messing around. But we beat Brock. We got our Boulder Badge. And so begins the true start of our adventure. This is our current team. We've got Skyla, the Mankey. We've got Sakura, the Squirtle. We've got Gaxies, the Butterfree. We've got Cat Thistle, the Pidgey, and Jimbo, the Rattata, or Rattata, as I used to like to call it when I was a baby. And so you've seen my first startling victory. Thank you for hanging out for a little bit. I'm gonna go blink for like a few hours before my thing I gotta do. My thing I get to do. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a good time. But I gotta blink first. So I will see you next time for more Nuzlocking. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are. This is just the beginning. So I understand if you're not super invested yet, but this will be a tale of heroism with No deaths, a deathless run, a perfect Nuzlocke. I will not make you guys suffer the emotional burden of losing one of your beloved heroes in this story. Do not worry. This will be our first Nuzlocke victory together. On that note, I'm getting out of here. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Keep your eye out for a schedule later. Bye. Oh, yeah, I forgot my VOD question. If you were a gym leader of a town in Pokemon, what would you want the town to be like? What would you want its theming to be like? Or its like trade? Like, would it be like a logging town or like a seaport? And what would you, as the gym leader, contribute to that town? It's either its economy or just being like a wise person or somebody they looked up to, or would you just solely focus on Pokemon battles? Okay, bye. Have fun. That's your VOD question. I'm going to drop you off with Shiori, who's playing Metaphor. I don't know what that is. Anyway, have a good time.